that we know, doors that open for us in a moment. Keeping the light on, righting old wrongs, keeping our sights on everything we want. We catch our breath in the middle of it all, chasing echoes. Sun is coming up over us, it's coming. Crystal vision. Like a fever, burning up, yeah, we're on fire. True believer, we're walking on the wire. I can see on the horizon all our hopes. We can feel it, chasing the light is all we know. See in the forest, for the trees I'm keeping watch. All that is storming, waking up and turning on, keeping the light on, righting all the wrongs, keeping our sights on everything we want. We catch our breath in the middle of it all, chasing echoes. Sun is coming up over us, it's coming. Crystal vision. Like a fever, burning up, yeah, we're on fire. True believer, we're walking on the wire. I can see on the horizon all our hopes. We can feel it, chasing the light is all we know. Chasing the light is all we know. Can't stop and I won't let it go. Chasing the light is all we know. Can't stop and I won't let it go. Like a fever, burning up, yeah, we're on fire. True believer, we're walking on the wire. I can see on the horizon all our hopes. We can feel it, chasing the light is all we know. Like a fever, burning up, yeah, we're on fire. True believer, we're walking on the wire. I can see on the horizon all our hopes. We can feel it, chasing the light is all we know. Held in the echoes, secrets that we know, doors that open for us in a moment. Keeping the light on, righting old wrongs, keeping our sights on everything we want. We catch our breath in the middle of it all, chasing echoes. Sun is coming up over us, it's coming. Crystal vision. Like a fever, burning up, yeah, we're on fire. True believer, we're walking on the wire. I can see on the horizon all our hopes. We can feel it, chasing the light is all we know. See in the forest, for the trees I'm keeping watch. All that is storming, waking up and turning on, keeping the light on, righting all the wrongs, keeping our sights on everything we want. We catch our breath in the middle of it all, chasing echoes. Sun is coming up over us, it's coming. Crystal vision.
Welcome everybody, Gameboy here. We are going to be running another D&D session, Dungeons and Dragons with my guys. We are gonna, I gotta move that apparently. We are gonna be doing another one. I figured we had fun the first time, why not do it again? Boom, there we go. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on all my socials. Those.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
For my link tree there is gonna have all my socials listed on it. We are going to be running, like I said, D&D. I'm gonna have the chat up so that way people can see it. For my Discord. Today we are gonna be running with Mike, Armando, or excuse me, we're gonna be running with Mike, Devonte, and Zach. And then what we're gonna do is we're running the same campaign just so Mike can go ahead and do it. And then from there, depending on where we're at, we'll kind of go from other stuff. Yo, Slipshot, what's up? Welcome to chat, bud. But yeah, I am gonna, whenever everybody's ready, we'll go ahead and get started with the campaign. I just gotta pull it up off my email. So, where am I?
Copy.
It's not the tunnel. Hey, brother, where are we meeting? I've got to find it. Give me a second.
Take your time.
I should already be ready. Nope, that's a picture of a dog. Thank you, Mike, for checking in. Appreciate that. Where is it? And thank you, Zach, for checking in. Enjoy those tickets. Thank you guys for being here. What did I do with it? What did I do with it?
If he loses, that means we win, right?
I got it. I got it. Don't be a penis.
100%.
All right, I've got it. Just got to pull up paint now. Okay. So everybody go ahead and do me a favor and roll a d20 when you're ready. This is not going to have any proficiencies on it. It is just a d20 for me to figure out where you're going to start as far as rolls are concerned.
I have a question for the DM.
Go ahead.
If I have proficiency in proficientless tasks.
Wait, what?
No, I don't think you understand.
Let's do
We're standing over this. Like, shouldn't we have advantage?
Yeah.
I'm so fucking confused right now. Just roll the damn dice.
I got a 7.
Ooh.
Okay.
What does a 19 get me?
A 19.
Ooh.
One less than 20.
Oh, my science. I gotta organize my dice now. That's right.
Oh yeah, I gotta empty all the candy wrappers for mine.
Zach got 18. I got 19. I got 18.
Okay, so shit, I need to try.
Is it just me or is Irish coming in pretty low?
Just you. You may have to turn him up. Mike, you said you got an 18?
Up real quick.
Yeah, I got an 18.
Okay, what did our luck get?
There we go.
Michelangelo. You might still be rolling.
I think I'm missing a caltrop.
There we go. I don't know if it's gonna. Mike, I just need to know what our let rolls.
20.
20? Okay.
Yep, she had a nat 20.
Ain't you hot shit?
Okay, so this will be the rooms that you guys start in. Go ahead and now roll for turns.
Initiative.
Yes.
I got a 9.
Okay.
I got 8, including my initiative bonus.
Mike, it'll be up to you and Arlette now to decide what the order.
David, are we adding any bonuses or no?
Proficiency. Or initiative, I'm sorry.
Initiative.
19.
What's your initiative bonus? +2. You got 21.
You know what? I'm not liking this. I'm getting all these low rolls.
Mike, what'd you get?
7.
Okay. Zach, what did you roll? 8?
Yeah, 8.
Okay, so Mikey will go last.
Hey, I'm not last. I'm still wearing my safety glasses on my head. I'll be right back, kids.
Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna get into the main portion of the game. Okay, everybody wakes up in a room, perfectly square. There we go. Everybody starts out in a room perfectly squared. In the center of the room is a single table. Above that table is a skylight that shines over the table. On the table is a single backpack. Arlette, you will be going first. You wake up and you see these items. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look in the backpack.
Okay. Let's see here. You rolled a 20. So inside your backpack, you find an entire set of a legendary armor of your choosing. So whatever armor you choose to have, or whatever you could wear, will be that plus an armor class of +5. You get a full course meal from Black Angus, complete with dessert and a mug of endless beer. That item, the food heals for 1d20, the dessert heals for 1d12, and the beer will regenerate 1d20 health for the duration of a battle that you're in.
Right?
You want us to write this stuff down or no?
You're more than welcome to, yeah.
Or is it
Zero
just we can
compliment.
ask you and you can just tell us what it is?
You can write it down or you can ask me, however you want to keep track of it.
Can you repeat all of that?
Yes, it is a full course meal from Black Angus, complete with dessert. The meal heals for 1d20. The dessert heals for 1d12. You get a mug of endless beer, which regenerates 1d20 health for the duration of battle. And a legendary edition of the armor of your choosing, which will add +5 to your armor class. And then what would you like to do from here?
Put your armor on.
See, do I know everybody else?
What's that?
Do I know everybody?
Yeah, it is just you in this room.
Oh.
To describe the room again, it is a perfectly square room. The only source of light is a skylight that shines just above the table in the back where the backpack was, and then a door that was on the opposite end of the room from you.
Okay. After I put my armor on and pack away all the cool goodies I got, I'm gonna go to and open the door.
Okay. You can, so you approach the door. Go ahead. Oh, I gotta pull that up again. Give me a second. Excuse me, I'm not prepared. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, so you approach the door. What do you do?
Attempt to open it.
Okay. You attempt to open it, but the door is locked. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Oh shit.
You just gotta really punch at it, you know?
Thieves' tools.
Maybe you
so
asked it
can I just
nicely.
pick the lock?
Go ahead and do a sleight of hand check. Wait, you said you already... Wait, I'm sorry. You already opened the bag of items?
Here, yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting my own campaign. So since you actually... yeah. You already collected items, so you go through the door, and I'm going to go ahead and force this to end your turn.
Man, I'm gonna pick the lock too.
Shit.
I'm having such a hard time. Alright. Devontae, you're next. You wake up, same thing. Perfectly square room, skylight door, backpack door.
Can I drop kick the door?
Yeah, go ahead, do an athletics check.
Can I convince you to do an acrobatics check instead?
Yeah, go ahead and do an acrobatics check.
Overflation check.
I would like to sing it a song.
Real quick, David, your stream doesn't have audio.
Like at all?
Oh, it does.
I got a 14, or should I wait?
Are you
No,
sure?
I just double checked. I just definitely the Discord just to double check.
I'm hearing it. Make sure you didn't mute his stream or something like that.
I have it open at full volume.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
Sure,
that-
'cause I'm hearing it right now.
Okay.
Too.
You know what? It might be on my end. Yeah.
What an asshole.
No, it's because I
He
have.
he didn't want me to drop kick the door.
No, I
I
have.
don't think you
I have
understand.
because I have the program that my microphone came with, so I don't have it set up so I can hear it through that. I have it coming through my headphones that I'm not wearing.
It happened.
Okay, so Devontae, you want to drop kick the door?
Yes,
Go
I got a 14.
Okay, so you drop kick the door and it shakes violently beneath your feet, but nothing much happens from there. Dust comes off of it and pieces of the wood.
All right. Now you did the skylight.
Checking in.
Is it close enough for me to jump from the table to it?
No, it is beyond your reach and your jump height.
All right, I guess I'll just check the back then.
All right.
I'll play it
Like a
new.
loser.
My knees are shivering from that drop kick. It was a lot.
They quiver, my lord.
Okay, so you check the bag.
Yes.
Hang on. Okay, so Devontae, when you rolled that D7, when you open the bag, you find a moldy cloth sweater, which actually minuses 2 from your armor class, and you get a room temperature ham and cheese sandwich with the crust, and a 12-ounce bottle of flat Sierra Mist, which heals for
That's the
1d6 and regenerates 1d6 health for 3 turns respectively. So the sandwich will heal you for 1d6. The Sierra Mist will regenerate your health for 3 turns at the rate of 1d6.
Yeah.
I don't even
Who
want
is
it,
he?
though.
Who is he? Lucky one, that's who.
Byron, that
Yeah,
is what
I guess I'm gonna open the door then.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to at least.
You walk through the door. This will end your turn.
Felt like the drop kick loosened it.
Totally. Actually, you didn't even try and open it. You just.
I could have just tried. Yeah, I went straight for kicking. I didn't even think about opening it.
All right.
Door shut.
Zach, it's your turn. You wake up. You find the same items as everybody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out the bag.
Loser.
Okay, you let's see here. You rolled a 19.
Believe so.
Okay, so you're 19. Actually, you start out with a magical ring that gives you a full set of any armor you desire. Doesn't matter what it is, it'll give you an armor class +5. Plus a full and large hot pepperoni pizza and a 40-ounce cold and frothy beer, which heals for 1d20 and regenerates 2d12 health for the duration of a battle, respectively.
Well, all right.
You
that's a
don't.
lot
I don't
better
have $1
than that
billion.
sweater.
I didn't win the. I didn't win the thing. Win the lottery.
All right. I'll put on the ring. And then take the rest with me as I go try out that door.
Okay, you're gonna actually walk through the door. This will end your turn. Mike, it's your turn.
All right.
Okay.
Same thing. You wake up. The entire room, plus the table, the bag, and the skylight plus door.
I open the bag.
Okay, Mike, you rolled an 18, so you start out with a master grade set of Dragonbone armor. This will increase your armor class +4, and you get a fresh Baconator meal from Wendy's, complete with a 40-ounce bottle of fresh and cold Pepsi Wild Cherry. The meal will heal you for 1d20, and the Wild Cherry heals you at a rate of 2d12 for the duration of the next battle you're in.
Okay. So that would take place of the armor that I have currently.
Yes, or
Okay.
if you decide to put it on.
Yeah, I will put on the armor. Let me manage equipment. Would you say it was?
It was a master grade set of Dragonbone armor class +4.
Okay.
A Baconator meal and a 40-ounce bottle of fresh cold Pepsi Wild Cherry.
He's the Dragonborn.
And then that is +4 to AC.
Oh, excuse me,
Okay.
I'm burpy.
I will look up.
I
at
don't
the
have
skylight,
any
see if
money.
I see anything up there?
Okay, you can go ahead and do a. Give me a second.
You cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
I was saying, give me a second. You can go ahead and do either an investigation check or on. Yeah, investigation check.
$18.
Okay, so you start looking around. You said, wait, where did you want to look?
Up towards the skylight. See if I
Okay,
see
so
anything
you
up there.
stand up on the table and you are able to look through the skylight. What you notice? Okay, I can do this. What you notice is as you're looking through the skylight above you, you see nothing but perfect nature. You see trees and what could be perceived as rainforest. You see rain falling, but just before the skylight, you notice that it's not falling through. You attempt to jump up and wave your hand around to see whether or not you can kind of like put your hand through it, but you're unable to because you can't jump high enough. You also notice that while the rain is coming down, what the appearance is supposed to be cold, what ends up happening is you notice that it's very warm towards the top of the room, and that's what you see through the skylight.
Okay. I look
Sorry.
around the rest of the room, see if I see anything else in there.
Okay, you can do whatever check you want to determine what you see. Investigation, insight, survival. Is that the
7.
And what?
No. Investigate. Or 10 survival if you want to go that.
Probably investigate only because there's no nature in this room. You look around and you notice that the rooms are stone, and they're very cold to the touch, even though you could see water evaporating on the ground while you're in this room. I thought the perk of being your brother of a big time streamer was that you could quit your job. Yeah, no, I don't make that much. I'm not a rich streamer. Get out of here with that. You're from a real family then. I plead the fifth. All right. Did you want to do anything else in this room?
No, I will head out
Okay.
of the room.
All right, everybody now without initiative, go ahead and roll again a d20 for me. And we'll go in order. Don't be mean to stream elements.
Try me.
All right, let me know what you guys got.
You said we'd go in order.
Yeah, I know. Just let me know what you guys got.
Are we going in order for that or no?
Yeah. So what did Arlette pick? Then what did Devante? Then what did you guys
12.
roll? 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 12 too.
So pause. Arlette and Devante, roll your d20 again. Whoever had the higher number is gonna move up one.
20, biatch. Sorry.
Well, I got an 8, so you know.
Okay, so
Eat my ass. I'm sorry about that.
Arlette's number's now 13. Zach, what did you get?
I got 14. You said just the roll, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Mike, what'd you get?
14.
All right, Zach, Mike, roll again.
Oh.
Your d20. Whoever gets the higher roll is gonna move up. Actually, whoever gets the lower roll is gonna move down one.
I got 3. Beat that.
16. I beat that with the ugly
That was a
stick.
close. That was a close one. Real
Alright,
close.
Mike, your new number's 11 because it would conflict with the 2 lower numbers.
Okay.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Arlette, it is time for your scenario. All right, I gotta roll down. Scroll. She rolled a 13. All right, Arlette, as you walk through the door, you enter the bedroom of your childhood. It's scattered with toys everywhere, and there's your bedroom's a mess. Your mother walks in and tells you that you have to clean your room, but you refuse. And if you refuse, you're gonna get spanked. You must roll a persuasion check, an intimidation check, and a performance check greater than my satisfaction in order to convince your mom that you don't need to clean your room, in order to not be afraid of the spanking, and then throw a temper tantrum that forces your mother to clean the room instead.
Wow, those are almost all of my proficiencies. All right.
Well, then you lucked out.
So what am I rolling first?
You have to roll a performance check. First off is your persuasion check, to convince your mother not to make you clean your room.
Did you roll a 5 or a...
2.
Wow.
And
Didn't see what you rolled, so it's fine.
it's this.
Where the fuck is my mix set up?
Near me?
There we go.
Okay.
What?
You're on a 5.
Okay, so this is gonna go ahead and end your turn. This is what's called a failed attempt. So we're gonna go ahead and end your turn here.
Damn.
I'll explain more later. All right,
Right, you just go get good scrub.
Devante, it's now your turn when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Devontae, you enter a haunted house where you're tasked with finding a spooky ghost. There's a brand new chandelier and a redneck who looks a lot like Larry the Cable Guy that are points of interest. During your exploration, you find a wardrobe, and when you open it, a ghost pops out and attempts to scare you. You have to roll 2 intimidation checks and a constitution check in order for you and your partner not to be scared by the ghost, and then not pass out at the sight of the ghost.
All right. So 2 intimidation, and then what was the last one?
Constitution.
Gotcha. All right. I'm doing good so far. That's a 22.
Good.
That one's not as good. That's a 12.
Okay.
And I got another 22.
Okay, so this is
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Constitution. Wait. Never mind. It is 19.
So unfortunately, one of your rolls failed. So this is a failed
Damn.
attempt. This is going to end your turn.
Damn.
All those 20s for nothing.
Yep. All right, Zach, your turn. You ready?
All right. Ready as I'll never be.
Okay, you walk through the door of the room that you just exited. You didn't get 100. Get out of here. You walked through the same door that you actually just exited when it came to the room that you started in. You see a table and the backpack lit up by a skylight. Upon closer examination, you notice this is the first room. You see yourself walk into frame. You have to convince yourself, pun intended, that this situation has already happened and that you can walk through the door again to get out of the situation. You have to perform an insight check, a perception check, and a persuasion check. The first two giving yourself the realization that this has already happened, and then a persuasion check to convince yourself, literally, that this event has already happened and that you're the real person.
All right. So the first one you said was insight, right?
An insight check.
All right, that's going to be a 17. And then the perception. Come on, stop. Ooh, that's going to be 5. And then I'm going with a 12 on that persuasion.
Okay, so this is a failed attempt. This will also end your turn. One of your rolls failed. I'll let you guess which one.
It was the 12.
Give me a second. All right, Arlette, excuse me. Mike, it is now your turn. Are you ready?
I hope so.
Okay, you walk through the door and immediately you're hit with a spotlight, a giant beam of light. When you're able to adjust your eyes, you notice an entire live studio audience standing before you, with you standing behind a podium. You realize that this is a game show, and you're in front of an audience full of people. One of the host walks up to you and starts conversating with you, and you have to answer 3 questions correctly, which will be asked 3 times in order to win the prize money. You have to roll a wisdom check, an insight, and a performance, not only proving that you know the answer to the question before it's even asked, but as well giving the audience the performance they're expecting to see from their favorite game show.
Okay. So what was the first roll?
The
Again?
first roll is going to be a wisdom check.
16.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and stop there. You failed your roll.
A 16. Okay.
Don't question.
Oops. Well, whatever. That'll work. All right, Arlette, we go back up to you. Again, you're in the room. You're in the room of your childhood home. You're trying to convince your mother not to make you clean the room, avoid being spanked, and also throw a temper tantrum. Sure, she cleans it. Your checks again are persuasion, intimidation, and performance.
Team on persuasion.
What was it again? I didn't hear.
19.
Okay.
Now what?
The next check is going to be an intimidation check.
And if you didn't hear,
I did not hear. So this will be attempt number 2, which you went ahead and failed. You failed that last roll, so this will end your turn. Devontae, same situation for scenario 12. You enter a haunted house to find a spooky ghost. Just before you open a wardrobe, the ghost pops out and attempts to scare you. 2 intimidation checks and a constitution check.
So I got a 17 and a 16. And then a 17 again.
Okay, one of your rolls failed. This is a failed attempt. Zach, your scenario again. You got 246 on a d20. Okay. You enter a dark room, which turned out to be the room from the beginning. Yourself is standing there. You have to roll an insight, a perception, and then a persuasion check.
All right. So the insight is an 18. Perception is 19. And then the persuasion is 15.
Your persuasion roll was the one that failed you this time.
Ah, you piece of shit.
Mike, it's your turn again. Scenario 11, you're on the game show, you're being asked questions. Oh shit. You're being asked questions again, based on the show's content. You have to roll a wisdom, an insight, and a performance check.
Okay. Wisdom is 15, so that's gonna fail, or 14.
You'd be right there. All right, this is the final attempt. Arlette, you walk as you walk into the room, you notice a cloud of smoke that passes over you. Just before you enter the room, but you still have the same scenario that played out before. I can let you know what your checks are supposed to be if you need me to remind you.
Performance first, right? Or was it performance?
Persuasion, intimidation, then performance.
So that was 17 plus 3, so 20 on persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
For intimidation.
What was the number? I didn't hear you. You cut out.
13.
Okay. That is the final failed attempt. You're actually, as you fail the attempt and you get a whooping, your mother starts to escort you out of the room. She's gonna now follow you along in this scenario. What's gonna happen now is just before where's my scenario picker? Hang on, give me a second. since you were unable to perform that task, going forward, you're gonna now start doubting yourself. So when you're randomly when you attack, you need to perform a charisma check to my satisfaction, or the attack you perform does half damage. And Devontae, it is now your scenario here.
Gotcha. 2 intimidates and a constitution. Right?
Yeah.
So I got a 22, an 18, and then Constitution is a 17.
The Constitution check was a fail. You got spooked by the ghost and you pass out, but you come to when the redneck has actually pulled you back towards the door you had entered. Same situation, because you are unable to perform the task, you now are doubting yourself. And again, to remind you, you all have to randomly perform a charisma check when I tell you to, or your next attack will do half damage.
Gotcha. It's perfect though. You know, I'm a bard. I'm all charisma.
Mike, it is now your turn again. You're still at the game show where you're gonna need wisdom, insight, and performance.
18 for wisdom.
Okay, good.
You said insight?
Yes.
7.
Okay, that's gonna go ahead and be a fail. You're actually walked off the podium by the game show host, who says that this is the worst ratings he's ever experienced. Same situation, you're gonna start doubting yourself.
Okay.
I skipped Zach's turn, it appears. I apologize, Zach.
Does that mean I gotta go again?
No, I gotta go to his turn.
You know, that does make sense. The dice would have been different, you know.
You know?
Zach. Zach,
Yes.
your turn. You're still trying to convince yourself, literally, that this isn't real. Insight, perception, and persuasion, please.
All right. For insight, 18.
Okay.
Perception, D20. And what was that last one?
Persuasion. Wait, what did you say your second roll was?
Dirty 20.
Okay. Oh, cute.
And
little
then,
puppy.
hey, nat 20. If
All
I
right.
fail this one, you set these things way too high.
No, I can forward you the email once I'm done. To what I had in
Can
mind.
you CC everybody?
Yes, I can. So you've actually succeeded your task. As you walk out, you've convinced yourself that this isn't real, and you watch yourself, the apparition, kind of fade into dust, as it were. You turn around, you walk back out the door that you walked out. For complete succeeding in this, you can add +3 to your insight and wisdom for the duration of this.
Well, all right.
All right, everybody, go ahead and do me another favor and roll without any buffs. Another D20 for me, please. And we'll go ahead and ask in order again.
13.
That sounded like order. So, Mike, you got a 13.
Yep.
Arlette, what did you get?
Quick question.
What?
You said +3 insight, and what was the other one?
Wisdom.
Persuasion? Oh, okay.
Arlette, what did you
I got
get?
an 18. Oh,
Okay. 18. I can remember
She
that.
got a 5.
Okay. And then, Zach, what did you get?
I got a 3.
Okay.
Oy vey.
that's what you get for succeeding.
Damn it, why did I have to secede?
just a second. Oh, you two would have the same. Okay. Alrighty. So everybody wakes up, and you, what that roll was to see where you end up in the battlefield. You realize that everything that just happened was literally just a dream to fuck with you. You wake up in different parts of the battlefield with the only item that you carried is when you failed your task. So Arlette, your mother, came with you into battle. Mike, the game show host, came with you into battle, and then Devontae, the redneck, has followed you also into battle. Arlette and Zach, you have found yourself in the same part of the battlefield. You were woken up next to each other. Devontae and Mike, you're separated from each other as well as the other two. Arlette's gonna go first, but Arlette and Zach, you waking up and you see 5 mercenaries standing around you guys. And this, if you roll initiative to see whether to see your place in battle.
I got a nat 20 plus 2.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Cool.
I got a 4.
I got a 3.
You gotta jive dirt.
I got you. I'll do it. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we'll run through our first turn. Zach,
I got 18 on that, by the way.
you got what?
18. For
Okay.
initiative.
Okay. Remember your guys' numbers for me. What we'll do is we'll go Arlette, Zach, Bandits, and then I'll move on to Devontae, then Mike in that order, since you guys roll based on the roll. Okay.
Cool.
That's for me.
Arlette, you now have a movement, an attack, and a.
How close are they?
I'm gonna show you right now on my screen. You have an enemy, 1 bandit over here. You have 1 bandit over here. I should probably just pop up Discord, huh?
We have your stream up, so we're seeing it.
Okay. Here they are. Each one is about 15 feet apart. There's 5 squares in between that. Zach and Arlette have woken up approximately here. Zach, you're the bigger one. So that's their generalized location in battle at the moment.
So they're mercenaries?
They are bandits.
Bandits.
And I have their info pulled up on my screen. Mercenaries would have been a lot stronger.
So are we already like battling, or is this something we could still like talk? to them?
You can attempt to talk to them. I can allow that.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to talk to them and reason, or just see what they're here for. Because I feel like I'm in a similar line of, according to my background.
Okay.
Why the violence?
So you want to do a persuasion check? Oh, I don't need that anymore. What would you like to do as far as Arlette? Mike, I can't hear her, bud.
Perception. Like, I want to know, like, why
I would also like to know that.
Is it just me, or is she cutting in and out?
No, not, I was being silly. I
No,
couldn't
yeah,
hear
she's
you.
cutting
That's why I
out.
wanted to know what she said.
It's farther from you, and you can talk just fine.
I'll keep cutting you down. Fucking quiet.
Quiet. I am quiet. To do more of a perception to kind of see why they're here. Like we're just peacefully sleeping randomly wherever we are, and here they are, all up in our business. So.
Okay,
wanna
what do you
see-
want to go ahead and roll and tell me what you want to say?
13?
Okay.
Be like, what's going on there, guys? What are you doing here, buddy?
Guaranteed to pass.
All right. 13.
Hi guys, what's going on here?
So that was a success. One of the bandits looks at you and goes, "We're fighting. Don't you remember? We were in this big battle. Now put up your arms." You found out that you're in the middle of a fight that has had already started to take place.
On the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, no, I'm feeling it.
So do I get to attack now, or was that my action?
I can consider that your bonus action. Yeah, you can move, you can attack, you can do whatever you want.
So if they're standing in a straight line in front of us,
Yes.
I'd like to flank the left side so that they're some kind of in a straight line with all of them.
Okay. So where would you like to move? Keep in mind that the space between you and these these bandits here is about 20 feet.
So, it's 30, so that's fine. I'm gonna be kind of on the left,
Over here?
up there. And then weapon.
Mike, she keeps cutting in and out, but
Acid breath weapon I could use on them, and it's a 5 by 30 foot line.
okay. You'll actually hit these two right here. These
I
other
see.
ones are farther away.
I'm at a range, right? Yeah, okay.
It's a straight line. It's a 5 foot straight line. 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
long.
30
I thought I
feet
heard
long.
cone.
30 feet long.
Okay, so the distance between all this right here is 30 feet. These guys are more farther down the line.
David, your mouse is pointing at
Very
the
small.
Discord, and it's not you don't have the thing up on our.
If you
Oh.
double click it in the Discord, it should make the whatever you mean
Whatever.
larger.
There we go. So I thought for some reason you were looking at my Discord screen. So these guys right here, these first two line,
Okay.
these guys are 15, then 30 feet away, then 45, then 60.
So yeah, hit the first.
So I hit the first two.
Yes.
Okay.
I just need to know damage.
Well, does it hit them or like automatically or what?
You have to roll for that to your attack, because I don't know you. I'm not too familiar with your attack. So if you let me know, I can let you know.
What is it, Dragon Breath?
Yeah. She said no. It's acid breath attack.
Yeah,
Beast-
it's a
yeah.
acidic Dragon Breath.
So for them,
So they have to make a dex save, or dex save.
Okay. The first one rolls a 2,
sweet.
and
You
then
know?
the second one
I don't think that worked.
rolls a 4. Oh my god.
They both hit.
So their shoelaces were untied.
Um, so it is 2d6 acid damage. The first one is 8,
Okay.
and the second one is 4.
No, that's the total damage. So they each lost 12.
No.
No, they
It's-
both lost 8.
You said 2d6. That means that each one of them took 2d6 damage because it's a one attack. So if one of them took 12.
It depends on how you want
Oh,
her, do you want her to
oh,
roll an
wait.
attack the damage for
I'm
each
sorry.
one, or do you want her to roll just damage and they both take the same thing?
Yeah, that's how I usually did it. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. Pretend I said nothing.
Well, if you want to take the first one, that was bigger. So.
That's what she said. Okay, so the first bandit, the one that's closest to you, you start to see his skin start to melt away off of his body as he's screaming in pain. The second one kind of just caught the after effects of the attack that happened on the first one, and his arm starts to dissolve in front of your face. Zach, go ahead and tell me what you're about to do.
All right. Let's see. So I'll pull out my spear. And then with oh yeah, I'll use my bonus action to focus on my iron durability ability. It gives me a +1 bonus to armor class. And then I'm gonna point at the one that has -8 and then use energy beam.
Okay.
So let's see. Ooh, wrong button. It also must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
17.
It succeeded. So he dodged.
Okay. Would you like to move?
Yeah, I'll fall back 30 feet, like back left. Diagonally.
Over here?
Yeah, that direction. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Devontae, it is now your turn. You awaken in the middle of a battle, and you notice that a vulture is trying to devour you, but he's having a hard time getting through your armor. You kind of wave him off, and this is going to go ahead and engage in battle. Remind me what your initiative was.
It was a 4.
Okay.
So you know, I'm feeling pretty spry and awake, obviously. So yeah, I'm just kind of brush away at him, hit him with the vicious mockery, and just say, "Piss off, chicken."
Give me a second.
That's quite the vicious mockery.
I know.
What did you say to him?
Piss off, chicken. It's my vicious mockery.
All right. What do I need to do?
Charisma saving throw.
19.
You know what? I think that'll do it. Yeah, I think he can brush this off.
All right. Did you want to move anywhere?
I'm gonna move 30 feet back.
I'm gonna have to create another one for you guys. And then Mike, you have awoken. Oh, hang on. Mike is 13. Okay. Mike, you notice that there's a giant eagle flying right above you. He's been circling around you for a little bit. He lands at your feet and he's ready to attack you. Remind me of your initiative, please.
I want to say it was 13.
Okay.
And the game show host is with me, right?
Yes. The game show host actually is standing directly behind you. He's got his arms on your shoulders as he's standing behind you, kind of cowering constantly. Devontae and Arlette, just remember, you guys also have your unfortunate companions with you. I have not taken that. I have not forgotten about that.
I will take the game show host. You said the eagle landed in front of me?
Yes.
I will kind of grab him and throw him towards the eagle.
Okay. Go ahead and perform an athletics check, please.
Well,
What was it?
12.
So that didn't beat the giant eagle's wisdom. And he realizes that that the game show host is not his target, and he refocuses back to you. The game show host kind of army crawls rather quickly between your legs and right behind you again.
I pick up the game show host and use him as a human shield.
Go ahead and roll a strength check.
Strength is 15.
Okay, so you'll be able to hold him in place like you are for at least 2 turns. And the eagle, when the eagle attacks you, the damage that he would dish out to you will actually happen to the game show host. The eagle. Oh yeah, I forgot the vulture's attack against Devante. Fuck. Did you want to move? Is that Mike?
No, I'll stand my ground.
Okay. All right, Mike. The eagle is now going to attack you with beak. What's your armor class?
18.
Oh. That actually missed. So the eagle actually attempted to attack you, but he missed his attack. The game show host actually flinched out of the way, which caused you to kind of shuffle, and the eagle missed his attack. Alrighty, who has not gone yet? Arlette, Zach, Devontae, Mike. Okay, so we go back to Arlette and Zach, who were fighting the bandits, who I guess also forgot to attack.
So I'm the only one that got attacked?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey man,
Yeah.
it was just so surprising, the dragon breath.
The bandits are still standing, and they're waiting. Arlette, you're still over here waiting to attack. So tell me what you would like to do.
So I forgot that he was there, so I'm gonna tell them to go away, or else I'm gonna stick my bomb on them. And I think intimidating. So maybe that'll...
You want to do an intimidation check?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll for it.
Hey guys, if you could just like leave, that'd be great.
I have 21.
Okay. The intimidation check works. These bandits over here, who are closer to you, have now retreated away from you. Not in a position I want them to be, but whatever. They have now retreated away from you. However, you're still engaged in combat since this is an important battle scene. These guys are now afraid of you, and there's a chance that they may. What was I going to say?
Not attack her.
Yeah, there's a chance that they're at disadvantage for the next 3 turns.
Sweet.
All right.
Zach, please tell me you have an AoE up for them.
Oh, give me a second. Let me check my.
It's
check
still
my
Arlette's
book.
turn. She can either move and/or attack.
That gives him time to get through his spell book.
I do. So how close are they to themselves now?
Everybody's 60 feet away from you.
No, but to each other. Like, are they grouped up really close
Yes,
to each other?
they're
10
within feet. Within the blah 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 blah. Cannot talk. These guys are 15 feet away from each other. These guys are 8 feet away from each other, so 10 feet. These guys are actually cowering in fear behind. These two are cowering in fear behind these two.
Okay. You said I'm 60 feet away from them?
Yes.
Okay, so move 30 feet forward towards them. And do my breath weapon again. Well, on the front, I guess the front two, or if I could reach all four of them.
What is the spell call for?
It's a 5 foot wide, 30.
Okay, so unfortunately you can attack one row or the other row.
The top. Since I already started. Okay.
So who are you attacking?
Oh, they have to make the dexterity saving.
Yeah, but who is this for?
The top, they'd be on my left. The top two.
Okay. So Bandit 1 rolls an 11,
Miss.
and Bandit 2 rolls a 10.
They both miss, so they both get hit.
Okay. How much damage did your attack do?
8.
Both of them, or just one?
Am I rolling for both or each?
You can roll for each.
Okay. So the first one is 8. And the second one is 4.
Again.
Again.
Oh shit. Give me a second, sorry. Okay, so you killed this bandit for dead. He's dead. This one is now starting to have his skin literally dissolve off of his body.
Charming.
That smell in the morning.
He's actually really afraid. The last thing he said was, for his turn, go ahead and roll a. What do I want you to roll? Go ahead and roll a. Damn it, that was the wrong one. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me.
Oh, I know. 7.
Okay. The bandit, you're not gonna get the effect that I thought had thinking going for you. But the bandit is clearly afraid of you. He actually screams, "Please don't send your mom after me!" As he's carrying around bandit number 4. Zach, it is now your turn.
All right. Let's see. So how far away am I from the closest one?
The closest one is at least 45 feet away from you.
At least 45?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, then I'm gonna use. So let's call it 45. So I have to be 40 to be within 5 to attack him. So then I'm gonna run forward 20 feet towards him, and then this is where it gets froggy. I have this ability. It's called there and back again. I could teleport 20 feet in any direction. So I'm gonna teleport right in front of that guy, facing the other guys as well. Like if there was a cone. And then I'm gonna use my Mind Blast ability, so that way it hits all 3. It's a 15-foot cone.
Okay.
You said they were all pretty close to each other,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So these two guys are 15 feet. These guys are at least 5 feet away.
All right. Oh, and just so you know, after I attack, the there and back again teleports me back to that spot 20 feet away.
Okay.
Whoa, he was there and back again.
Let's see. So they have to do a where is it? Is it wisdom? Oh, it's an intelligence saving throw. Otherwise they take 2d6.
All right, Bandit 2 rolls a. Well, that's unfortunate. A 6.
All right, so he takes full damage.
Bandit 3 rolled a 2.
Full damage.
And Bandit 4 did 18. Rolled an 18.
All right, they take half damage. So then, since we're going this way, first one took 12 damage. That was a double 6.
Okay.
Actually, no, let's just promote that the whole time. The second one got 8 damage. And then the third one, I will give to you once you're ready.
Ready.
7.
Minus 7.
Oh wait, that one took half damage, so I guess it's 4 because it's half round up.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, 8-4. I just realized that.
Yeah.
Seems to be a theme.
Yeah.
All right, and that ends my turn. I just gotta spend my side points.
All right, Bandit 2, his head kind of just exploded at the end of his sentence where he was like, "Don't send your mom after," and his head just popped like a balloon. Bandit, you gave Bandit 3 a severe raging migraine, and Bandit 4, he kind of shook his head as if, you know, someone slapped him in the side of the head. They are now going to attack you. Both of them are going to move towards Arlette.
Very well.
I gotta remember all their shit.
Don't forget, you still have your reaction.
Mhm.
If you have any abilities that utilize that.
I thought I did.
Like some, it's like for everybody, it's hey, if they leave your area of effect with just like 5 feet or 10 if you have a spear, and then other people have an ability like as a reaction if you get attacked or if this happens, then you can do that.
All right, so they now have walked in front of Arlette in the manner such as this.
Oh, I do have a reaction.
So they're going to go ahead and try to attack you with a Scimitar. What is your armor class, Arlette?
17.
Okay, first one misses. And the second one misses. So they both swing at you, but because their skin's kind of dissolving, they miss their attacks. And we're now going to go back and check on Devontae.
It's not going good, man.
So do you only get a reaction if they actually hit you?
Do they?
It depends on your ability. So if they walk away from you out of your range of attack and you have your reaction, you haven't used it this turn, then you can use it then. But if you have an ability that says, hey, if this happens, you can use your reaction to do this, that's the only time the condition is when you get to use it.
All right, Devontae, make magic happen. You're about to fight a
taco or a burrito, it sounds
vulture.
like.
Speaking of vultures, yeah, my bad. Either way, I'm gonna do a thunderclap because fuck this chicken.
Clap them cheeks.
Same thing. Charisma saving throw.
Okay. I'm just marking your positions on the map real quick.
I bet David didn't think he'd be the one rolling more than us.
Right. Damn magicians. He rolled a 2.
I'm a bard.
Warlock.
Yeah, you know, so he
I'm
gets
a
hit with these-
mystic.
this-
Okay,
this,
all
slap.
right.
Okay, thunderclap for how much damage?
One sec here.
I'm rolling a lot, and it's not fair.
Gotta work in them
Oh,
math
1d6.
rocks.
Okay. He takes 5 damage.
Oh,
And I'm gonna stay where I'm at since he's already 30 feet away from me.
can you describe to me what thunderclap is? What happens when a thunderclap will...
You create a burst of a thunderous sound, which
With
you
them
can hear
cheeks.
over 100 feet away. And then yeah, it was a Constitution saving throw he had to make, but yeah, either way, he still lost. And yeah,
So,
it's like a loud clap.
you clapped your hands, and you see him kind of react to your hands making contact with one another, and then the thunder happens, and his head explodes, and he dies.
Nice.
I like the head explosions.
Go ahead and award yourself 10 experience points. Because I didn't realize that the vulture was not as much of a challenge as I envisioned it being. Alrighty, we can now go
never
to
do.
Mike, who is currently using a game show host as a human shield. So we'll go ahead and use the this as your map and reference.
Okay.
So that way you know what's going on. But basically, you have a giant eagle standing between you, or you have a giant eagle in front of you.
All right. How How far away from me is he?
He's right in front of you. He's within 10 feet.
All right.
And because you are carrying the game show host, I can only reasonably allow you to make half of your movement speed.
That's fine. I'll approach him and hit him with my sword.
Okay. Let me know how that works out for you.
17.
That hits. I need to know for how much, please.
11.
Nice. As you're pulling your arm one direction to gain momentum with you're going through the motions right now, right? You're moving the game show host like a human shield, literally a shield. You're grabbing his arms in such a way that you're holding what would be considered the straps of the shield, and you're moving him through the air. He's literally screaming "Ah!" as you're swinging him through the air to attack with your main hand weapon, and you do a lot of damage to the bird. Did you want to move, or did you have a bonus action?
Let's see. That is all I can do.
Okay.
Unless I can beat him with the game show host.
You would have to perform a strength check. And in order for you to get enough momentum for it to even do damage, I would have to consider
Yeah, can I do a shield bash with the game show host?
Go ahead and perform a strength check for me, please.
So is using my strength modifier?
Yes.
19.
Okay, go ahead and roll 1d4.
Am I adding anything?
1d4.
Am I adding anything to the D4?
Nope.
Okay, 2.
Okay. The eagle stumbles backward, confused that was actually used as a weapon. And now the eagle is going to attack you with his beak attack. What's your armor class again?
18.
Okay. Apparently the eagle's having an off day and he misses again. And now we go back to... Where are we at? Oh, Arlette and Zach.
Proficiency.
You could do it.
So we just have the two guys left?
Yes, they're standing directly in front of you. They both tried to attack you, Arlette, but they missed their attacks because apparently that's what happens.
Okay. So
They
I'm
were
gonna give them...
so intimidated by your mother that they missed their attack, for better or worse.
It's like the one final warning to leave before they die.
You're going to do another intimidation check?
Sure. I mean, yeah. Does it matter? Okay. Yeah.
Does her mom give her advantage?
Does her what?
Does her mom give her advantage on an intimidation check?
No, it actually should give her disadvantage. And I.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I'm going to go and allow the intimidation check with no bonuses.
At least he's not trying to make you do those charisma checks.
With no bonuses, or just so it's a straight roll then, or?
Yeah, so it's a straight roll.
Even if it's my proficiency?
Go. If it's your proficiency, then use your proficiency bonuses.
As it is.
Okay.
18 plus 5. 23.
Fuck.
Okay. So what did you say to him?
I said, this is your last chance to leave before you die.
Alright, so that actually really startled them just based on your appearance and the tone of your voice. They retreated back 15 feet, but due to the fact that this is an important battle, they're going to stand their ground. So they're now 30 feet away from you. And 25 feet away from Zach.
Alright, I am going to use my handy boomerang against the one that says -8 already.
Okay. So that will be Bandit 3. I need to know if you hit it.
8.
So your boomerang actually misses. Would you like to move or end your turn?
If I don't move, could I throw another one?
I'll allow it.
Okay. Motherfucker. I like that one.
What did we roll?
First time? Or the one I wanted?
The
7.
yeah, that one misses again.
I need to get glanced.
TARDIS us.
All right, Zach. It is now your turn. Please reference your position relative to
You said 20 feet, right?
25 feet away from bandit number 4. This is bandit number 3. This is bandit number 4. Both of them are scared stiff of her lip, but they have no reason to be afraid of you.
Oh, we'll have to fix that. Alright, I'm going to run up to -4 over there. I will be 10 feet away because, if I remember correctly, spears have a range of 10. Or is that... No, yeah, that's spears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to grab it with 2 hands because it is versatile.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and shank this mother brother sister lover. Do I get advantage since I'm flanking them?
They are facing Arlette, so yes.
All right. Clickety clackety. Let's get that smackety.
Oh, they're going with attackity, but whatever.
I'll get there. 21. Or sorry, 19.
Okay, that
I was looking
hits.
at
I
the
need
wrong
to know for how much.
All right, so that's going to be 1d8 of the damage. That's going to be a 5. And then I don't really have a bonus action, do I?
Okay. So,
Oh yeah,
you
I still have that ring on, right?
what ring?
The one that I got from the beginning.
No.
You son of mine.
I
Okay,
told you
fair.
earlier when you woke up before this battle that you realized it was all a dream and you guys don't have any of your items.
Hey, dreams can be magical.
All right, you stab this bandit in the side of the ribs, and he stumbles to face you. Will this end your turn?
Yeah, this
Okay.
will end my turn.
All right, bandit number 3 here is too afraid to attack. He's gonna go ahead and retreat 15 feet more. This bandit's gonna close the distance on you, so he's within 5 feet of you, and he's gonna attack you.
All right, let's see roll.
19.
1 second, because that would hit, but I think I have a reaction. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to use my reaction to use my Ironhide ability and increase my armor count by, what was that? 4. So I'm
Okay.
going to spend 4 side points on that.
So the attack doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna end their turns. We are now gonna go back to Devontae, who has now walked into the next area as you were with his redneck friend. You notice that it's a giant open field covered in ice and cold, cloudy weather. What would you like to do? The redneck actually looks at you and goes, "Dang gum, man, look at all this that's going on here. Look chilly out here. I wish we had brought a coat, man. What do you think?"
This nightmare will never end. Let me think here. How close is the nearest enemy?
You don't see
Or
any.
can I see them?
If you
Okay.
don't see any enemies in sight. You hear
Okay.
you hear what sounds like an intense battle going on, but the only people within range of you that you could see are you and the redneck.
Okay. All right. Um, is there any like path or anything I could see that's, a safe way to get down?
No, it's literally just an open field. Let me
Okay.
illustrate for you. I have to go down. Hang on. So you have what is considered that's not going to be big enough. This giant open field here, and then you are going to be standing up over here with your redneck friend. This entire area here is covered in ice and what seems to be like an icy chill in the air. You can see the cold wind, but that's about it.
Gotcha. Can I have the my plumber guy here walk 30 feet, or just kind of walk through this field?
Do a persuasion check.
Ooh, nat 20 plus my proficiency. You said persuasion?
Yeah.
So does a 27 hit?
No, Devontae, not at all. So what do you say to the redneck?
Yeah, you should probably go check it out, I reference his time with plumbing, and I'm like, this is kind of like plumbing, but frozen.
Where did you get plumbing from?
Was it not plumbing? Did I miss plumbing?
Oh, all I've ever said is he's a redneck.
Oh, well.
Did not say he was Mario.
I feel like he was a plumber.
A redneck doesn't mean he's a plumber.
Rednecks are always have a trade. All right.
I'm just saying he seems well versed. I think he could do it.
All right. So he's like, well, you ain't never stood me wrong before. I'm gonna go down there, but I wish I had a coat or something. Anyway, here I go, man. You see him walk down. Go ahead and roll a. Give me a second. I know what I want to say. Roll a perception check.
All right. That is a 7.
All right. All you notice is redneck go gone.
Well.
I'll do you one better. You notice the ground start to vibrate. You hear a obvious roar, and then you see you can see the silhouette of the redneck as he walked into the icy wind, and then after that it just kind of disappeared. And almost like in a flash of light, his silhouette was there, and then it wasn't.
That's troublesome. Let's see here. Dang it. Now, say I can. Is there any way I can move the wind? I mean, I do have thunderclap if I need to. Just saying if that was an option.
Do a nature check.
All right. Okay. I got a 13.
You notice that no matter how hard you try, this wind isn't going anywhere. It appears to be a part of whatever environment was inorganically created here.
Well, I'm gonna cautiously move forward.
How many feet?
I'm gonna do 10 to be safe.
All right. Is that all you want to do? Will this end your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna end it for now.
Okay. Nothing really eventful happens at this point.
I don't know. I got rid of my plumber.
I don't know where you're getting plumber from. You kind of walk into this icy area, but again, nothing important happens. All right, we now go back to Mike, who is in intense combat with an eagle and a giant eagle and his human shield, the game show host. Mike, what would you like to do?
Swing at the eagle with the sword again.
Okay, go ahead and let me know how that works out for you.
18.
That hits. I need to know for how much damage.
For 6 damage.
Damn it. Okay, give me a second. All right, you swing at him and you almost knock his beak off. You were actually aiming for his neck, but it didn't work out that way. Is there anything else you want to do? You could still move and you have a bonus action.
Can I bonus action human shield dash?
Go for it. I need you to do a strength check to see if you have the strength to move that much weight. And then if you do, if you can beat the armor class with the strength check, then I'll go ahead and let you hit him.
Okay, question. Because since you said that once they're with us, we're, I forget what you said, like shitting ourselves?
Yes, you're doubting yourself. I haven't just, this isn't going to be one of those times.
This isn't going to be one of the times when he dies?
What's that?
I said if like if my game show host dies, does that make the questioning myself go away or whatever?
If he dies, yes.
Can I just cut his throat then?
I mean, if you want to. Is that in part of your alignment?
I didn't put no alignment, so yeah.
It's chaotic.
Right. I guess if you want to.
Align his blade with his throat.
I mean, if you really want to.
No, I'll just do the shield dash, the human shield dash for now. And that would be 9 plus 3, 12.
Okay, so unfortunately, you didn't have the strength to move that to move that weight, so you failed your shield bash.
Okay.
The eagle's gonna go ahead and attack you. Remind me of your armor class, please.
18.
We're not gonna talk about that. Give me a second.
Okay.
The eagle goes to attack you, but I rolled a nat 1, so the eagle tripped and fell on a rock right at your feet for actually 4 damage. So he's kind of just choking lifelessly at your feet, but he's still alive. He's not technically dead.
Okay.
And then now we're gonna go to Mike, or to Arlette and Zach again.
Do we just have the one left?
Let me double check. I want to make sure. No, both of them are still alive. This one still ran away over here. This one's next to Zach, facing him.
So Zach.
What'd you say?
How far away is the one closer to Zach?
How what?
5 feet.
Oh, yeah.
How many feet
Oh,
away?
from you.
He's within 5 feet. He's standing next to him. This one is at least 45 feet away from you, 20 feet from Zach.
Okay. I'm gonna try to boomerang again.
Okay. Is that an older version of the avatar? Never mind. You said boomerang. Boomerang. Go ahead. Disappoint me. Which bandit are you attacking? The one next to Zach or the one next that's farthest away?
The one next to Zach.
Okay.
13. This dice.
Alright, you
13.
hit.
Oh, I hit him?
Yep.
I hit him? Cool, alright. Four.
For 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So you actually killed him. The boomerang. You notice that the boomerang whips him in the back of the head, and his head does this like 45-degree angle, like bend in a direction that it's not supposed to go, and then he falls at Zach's feet. Zach's a little impressed by this. You could still move, and you have a bonus action.
Don't speak for me.
Scream for me, because I can't hear.
So, can I throw the... How far away is the other guy?
45 feet.
The further away one is 45 feet?
Yes, from you.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw my boomerang at him.
I've ultimately decided that this is when you're going to doubt yourself. So
So
go ahead.
that's disadvantage?
No, I need you to do a charisma check.
Oh.
He needs you to satiate him.
Is that a saving?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is a saving throw?
Yes.
12.
Okay, so this next attack is going to do half damage.
Damn.
I need to know if it hits, and then...
21 to hit.
Okay, so you hit him. I just need to know how much damage.
Two and a half.
So we'll call it 3.
Yes, thank you.
Actually, even with you doubting yourself, you still kill him.
Oh, so they had 2 health.
He looks at it and he screams as this boomerang is thrown with such doubtful might that it like cuts his head off. You both, Zach, you and Arlette get 100 experience for that battle.
Well, all right.
You guys are going to move into the next area. And now we're going to go back to Devante. Zach, since there was nothing more for you to do, I went ahead and ended your turn.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I didn't want to search the bodies.
There was no loot.
It's about the experience.
Alright, Zach, Devante, you have now walked 10 feet into the area. Into the cold.
Do I
Just don't-
feel anything different?
I mean, you can perform either a nature check or an insight check. You could also do a perception check.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do perception, and it's gonna be 11.
You notice it's cold, and you also notice that through the fog you can see figures of of cold spiky ice cubes sticking out of the ground in the area, but you don't notice much else.
Can I call out for Joe?
Go ahead and do a performance check.
I love how you already knew who Joe was. 26.
Alright, so what do you say?
Just like, hey Joe, is that you? And you know, I'm just trying to get Joe, the plumber guy's attention.
Think you got some attention.
That's not Joe.
Well, maybe it's just the wrong Joe.
That's not Joe.
Now, and there's the oh no, I gotta move forward. I just gotta move forward. You know.
You're psyching yourself up. Oh, damn it.
So I'm gonna move 20 feet forward.
Okay. So you have now moved 20 feet forward. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
16.
All right, you actually successfully roll out of a way. This giant figure towering over you lands right on top of you, but you're standing on your feet since you successfully rolled. What would you like to do? This will end your turn, so I can go to other people.
I guess I'm gonna get my my sword out and okay. Wait, so I just missed the attack, or is it I could still attack what just try to hit me?
If you want to, I can engage in battle here. You'll have to roll an initiative to see whether or not you attack first, and then after that, after this rotation of battle, I'm gonna go check on the other three.
Okay. Is there any way I can climb onto this?
No, I won't allow it.
Okay.
Well, reasonably, he's facing you. You're facing him.
I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna do combat.
Okay,
I have chosen violence. And I got a 17.
All right, you'll go first. Give me a second. Okay. Did you want to move? The creature is standing in front of you, right? Here. Yep. Hang on. Right. Nope. Hang on. Right here.
So he's like right on top of me. I'm just gonna move to where he's still within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
So just back a little bit. And then I'm gonna do some earth trembling.
Can you describe that attack to me?
It's a tremor to the ground, 10 feet around me. And he has to do a dex saving throw. Or she. I don't know
What does a 13 do?
a 13 is gonna make you, do 1d6 of damage. So give me 1 second. Damn it. Fucking 1. 1 damage. Oh, and is knocked prone. Excuse me, I forgot about that part.
For 1
So
d6,
1 damage.
1 damage knocked this creature prone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's 1 damage though. Alright? I knocked it on his ass.
Okay. He stumbled on the ice, but this creature usually travels on ice, so I don't know how he fell, but he's prone. Do you have a bonus action still to let me know what you want to do?
Can I call out for Joe again?
Yeah, go for it. You can do a performance check.
How does a 24 do?
You call out for Joe, and that's loud enough to be heard throughout at least 50 to 100 feet around you, with echo 150 feet. But Joe don't call back.
Yeah, Joe's gone. Alright, yeah, that was the end of my turn.
Okay. Alrighty, we are now going back to Mike, who's standing over a dying bird who tripped on a rock and fell, busting his face. Mike, what do you want to do?
Kill the motherfucker.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I can't believe I'm asking you to, but go ahead and roll to see if the attack happens.
14.
Okay, that'll work. And the creature was at disadvantage anyway. So just tell me. So we'll just go ahead and say you finish killing the bird.
Well, I was gonna say because melee attacks on prone things auto crit. So
Yeah.
if it hits. So that is a whopping total of 7 damage.
Yeah, you didn't need that much. You only needed 3. So go ahead and give yourself. Oh, Devonte, did you get experience for the killing the vulture?
Yeah, I got 10.
Okay. Mike, give yourself 200 experience for killing the giant eagle.
Damn, I only got 100.
And then I'm gonna. This is gonna be the end of your turn, so you can move into the next area. We now go back to Arlette and Zach, who have moved simultaneously into the next area. If you look at my custom-made map, you both appear at this black. Thank you. At this portion of the area right here. So you're both down here.
Okay.
All right.
What do we see?
You see a giant icy area. It's just an entire flat plain is filled with like this icy wind, almost like an icy smoke, as well as just snow and ice all over the place, as best as I can describe it. Just think of Montana, only blue and icy with cold winds.
Like Alaska?
What flavor is the icy?
Cherry. No, that would be
Blueberry.
Okay.
So moments ago, you actually heard, "Hey Joe, where are you?" Moments ago, but neither one of you can discern what it actually was. So Arlette, what would you like to do?
Zach, who the hell Joe is?
I look over and since I can only talk with telepathy, and I say, I don't know, maybe Cotton Eye Joe.
Do me a favor, Arlette. I would like you to roll. Oh, where's my thingy? Arlette, I would like you to roll. I would like you to roll a wisdom check. And Zach, I would like you to roll a performance check, please.
Oh, natural 1.
13.
Okay. Arlette, you
Beautiful.
got the joke, but Zach, Arlette didn't find it funny. So unfunny that for your next, the next time you attempt to attack, you're going to be doubting yourself, so you're going to be at disadvantage.
Okay.
I didn't get it.
Your character got it, but you didn't.
So I'm not, I mean, I'll look around, but I'm not gonna go on ice yet.
You're what?
I'm gonna look around, but
She said she's gonna look around, but she's not gonna go onto the ice.
Okay. You can do a perception check, or you can do a nature check to kind of get an idea of your surrounding. If you don't want to move in.
Perception. Are there any animal? Oh wait, that's part of perception. All right. 19.
You cut out one more time.
19.
Help. What'd she say?
19.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you look around and you notice off to your left, you can see this giant figure through the ice, wind, cloud, whatever. The giant figure has a long neck, these giant wing type things on its back, long tail, and it's completely white. You also notice a small figure standing just beneath it with its sword out. At what would appear to be this creature's mouth, you notice a severed head kind of dangling out of this creature's mouth, but you don't actually know what. You don't recognize that person.
Cotton Eye Joe. Maybe.
Is it as an
What?
Do I recognize it as an animal?
You do.
Okay, because I have speak with animals. I don't know how close I have to be though.
Okay. If you figure out how close, I can let you do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna let Zach have his turn.
It doesn't specify.
What did she say?
It doesn't specify.
Okay. So I'm gonna
I
have to
think she
force
said
you to
it
be
doesn't
closer
specify.
to it because you're at an unreasonable range for most common attacks.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay. Zach, what do you want to do?
So just to make sure I understand this right, it's that diamond, right?
What diamond? Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So you don't actually personally see that. That's what she was able to perceive, and it was up to her to decide whether or not she tells you what it is. But yeah, you are standing over here with Arlette, who is able to see this, but you don't know that because she hasn't actually told you. You could ask nicely.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't like your
alright.
joke, so.
So being a independent woman who needs no man, I'm also gonna check out, see what's going on in this area.
Are you doing a perception check?
I am doing a perception check.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a 13, Bob.
Okay, you notice everything she notices, but you aren't able to make out the giant creature, nor the figure with the sword standing beneath it. You are able to hear, you did hear a roar recently, and because you do have a telepath ability, you're able to determine that the voice that you heard calling out for Joe earlier was potentially your companion, Devante, from earlier.
Okay. In that case, I will start making my way towards the direction of the sound. 30 feet. Carefully.
Okay. You move in 30 feet, nothing much of importance happens from there.
Alright. I end my turn then.
Okay.
I still have my weapon in my hand, just saying.
Okay. Devante, you're currently standing in battle position underneath this giant creature.
Well, I mean, it's laying down, so.
Oh, yeah, laying down.
I got an idea. I'm gonna stab it.
Emilio.
Let me know how that works out.
Uh, 17. Oh, plus 6. Oh, yeah, that's 23.
Okay, good job. You would have been at advantage because it's prone anyways, just remember.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could roll again, but yeah, no, that was
Yeah,
an 8. No,
yeah.
yeah, let's do that 26.
Go for the crit.
All right, so how much?
Oh, yeah, I guess I need that too. Two damage.
I would say good job, but I don't know how to feel. All right, you have a bonus action and you can move.
I think I'm gonna have to give up on Joe. I don't have anything else, so yeah, I'll be at my end of my turn.
Okay. All right, Mike, you have now entered this open space area. Your character is over here. He enters from over here. When you enter, you notice icy fields, a big empty icy field location all over the place. You don't see much of anything. Moments ago, you heard someone say, "Hey, Joe!" And that's about it.
I look around to see if I see anything, and also, I'm assuming a perception check will tell me which direction that Joe came from.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. That puts it at 15.
Okay. You know that the shouting came from in the general direction of Devante. And your perception check also notices that in the direction of Devante, you can see what appears to be a giant creature laying down prone. You can't see much of anything from there. This entire area is covered in ice and a cold wind and clouds. So you're able to make out figures through the clouds. To your left, you also notice two figures standing at the top of the hill.
All right, and I also yell out, "Hey, Steve!"
You want to yell, "Hey, Steve"?
Yeah. Or "Hey, Steve."
Do a performance check.
Hey, Bill. I mean, Steve.
Performance is a 15.
Okay, you yell out, "Hey, Steve," and that would be effective for anyone to hear within a 75 to 125 foot range, with echoes farther out than that. So, yeah, you called out for Steve. Nothing much of important happens from there.
Okay.
What would you like to do from here?
I guess I will. So am I on solid ground right now, or is it icy where I'm at?
Solid ground. The next step you take inward will be on icy ground.
Okay. I would like to, and I'm still holding the game show host as a shield, right?
Yes, you are. At this point, he's kind of concerned why you're still holding him.
All right. I back up. Well, I will not hold him as a shield, but I'll just kind of. How am I going to do this? Because you said with him, I'm at half holding him like a shield. I'm half movement.
Yes. If you set him down, he's going to continue to stay directly behind you. You remember playing Chrono Trigger?
Nope.
Yeah, okay, never mind. So he just kind of follows your exact movement, only you're very confident, you're forbearing, you're a hero. He's cowardly and afraid and doesn't know where the hell he is.
Okay. If you'll let me, I will push him onto the ice.
I should have made you pick an alignment. Go ahead and do a. What do I want you to do? Go ahead and just do a strength check. And keep it simple.
12.
All right, you push him for at least 15 feet. He kind of like he's doing this slip and sliding thing with his feet.
Let me tell you what my goal is real quick. I want to try to push him down so he's just like right at the edge of the ice. I want to back up 10 feet and then kind of like run and then slide on top of him on the ice.
Okay, so you get to do 2 more checks. So let me get this straight. You want him to be pushed. You want to push him down into the ice just enough to where you can jump on him and use him like a surfboard across the ice to get as far as you can.
Not stand on him, lay on him.
So you want to lay on top of him like a igloo.
I want to use him like a sled.
Like a sled. Okay.
It's like spooning.
So this is what we're gonna do.
This is very simple shield, sliding.
Right.
It's very reasonable.
Right.
I don't
do this
fucking
all the
understand why you're
time?
questioning it.
Whole Breath of the Wild thing going on here. Okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna do a strength check, which you've already done. So you've pushed him onto the ice. Now you're gonna do an acrobatics check to tell me if you've gained enough speed and jumped far enough to land on top of him, and then you're gonna do a dex check to see if you actually stay on him. And then if you can succeed to my satisfaction with all 3 of those checks, I'll tell you how far you make it.
Okay, so you said I already did the strength check.
Yes.
And then what was the next one?
Acrobatics.
That would be a 7.
That's unfortunate. Go ahead. Okay, so I can't go any more than that. You push him onto the ice and he slides on his stomach. He's like waving his legs and his arm are flailing, trying to get some traction, but he doesn't. As you run, you jump, but you don't exactly land on him. You land behind him. You're now prone, and you've kind of just slid right next to him because you miscalculated your jump.
Okay.
What would you like to do from here? You're not engaged in combat or anything.
Then I'd like to get up. And
Okay.
work my way towards, I guess towards Devante, since
Okay, moving towards giant figure.
yeah.
Okay. We are now going to go back to Devante. Right? No. Yes. No. Zach and Arlette, we're going to go back to you.
Perhaps.
Yeah, because Devontae's. Yeah. So Zach and Arlette, we're going back to you. What would you like to do from here? You're still at the top of the hill. Neither one of you have moved. Arlette, from your last roll, you start to see a figure to your right move towards the giant figure and the figure with a sword.
I'm on a hill.
You're just in an open clearing that has some elevation to it.
Oh. So I guess I saw those guys slide on the ice, and I think that's fun. So I would like to also throw myself onto the ice to slide around.
Okay, go ahead and do an acrobatics check.
Nine.
Okay, you jump and you slide on the ice, but you start to gain traction, and you kind of come to an abrupt halt.
Rough ice.
Like, that's all I want to do is just slide on the ice. I don't really care about anything else.
Zach, what would you like to do? You witness her try to slide on the ice, but you see her kind of like when someone's feet socks on hardwood get caught in like a fraction of the hardwood, and they go and they stop.
I'll just go 30 feet forward in the direction she slid.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not wearing any breastplate armor or anything like that.
Okay.
Not metal, at least.
Devontae, we're gonna go back to you now. You're still fighting this giant creature.
I just want to say before I do anything, I'm starting to question whether or not his name was Steve now. Perhaps the guy's name was Steve. I was being pretty hesitant, and I just kind of guessed. So I call out for Steve as my bonus action.
Okay, roll a performance check.
I got a dirty 20.
All right, you call for Steve. What do you exactly? Tell me exactly what you say.
I actually kind of apologize. If your name was Steve, then are you out there?
So you actually heard someone scream, "Hey, Steve!" So I guess that would warrant a good response. So you just shout, "Hey, Steve, are you out there?" It's good for range up to 75 to 100 feet, and it echoes further from there. The creature has now looked at you, kind of confused, and you hear him chomp his mouth. What would you like to do from there?
Actually, vicious mockery. So, that good old charisma saving throw.
4.
So, I tell him to be quiet. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something?
How much damage?
I guess I can do that. 1 damage. I'm cutting him real deep.
Got me real deep.
Cutting him.
All right, what would you like to do from here?
I'll end my turn.
Okay. All right, we now go back to Mike. You heard someone say, call out for Steve. Hey, I'm sorry if that was your name, but hey, Steve.
I think it's from Monte's general direction.
Okay.
Is that a yes?
You continue. I'm sorry. You continued in Devontae's general direction.
No, I said I assume that the voice came from his general direction.
Oh yes.
Okay. So I yell out, "No, this is Bill."
Can you roll a performance check?
Okay. Eight.
Okay. It wasn't very loud as you start stifling yourself, kind of laughing, but it's good for someone to hear from 50 to 100 feet.
And how far is he from me?
Well, since the last time we spoke, you didn't move very much. You're still about 45 feet away.
Oh, so he could hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. I will continue. Is the creature alive?
Yes.
appear to be attacking him or him attacking him?
You just see this giant rear end of a giant creature with a long tail.
I will continue moving towards.
How many feet? Your max range?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm assuming I don't get close enough to attack it.
No.
And yeah, that would be it.
Okay. Arlette and Zach, you both are still kind of on the ice, but kind of away from the stuff that you're appearing. You both have actually moved in this much. You both have heard calls for Steve, and now you've heard calls for Bill. You're not sure what's going on. At this point, you start to see a figure up to your right, moving towards the big figures to your left. What would you like to do?
How far out are we?
The distance between this is at least 45 feet, this is at least 45 feet, this is at least 30.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell really loudly. I'm Steve.
Performance check.
How about deception check?
No performance.
Damn it.
Assume
Definitely a 5.
So a 5. Okay. So you don't scream very loudly. You actually start giggling because you thought this would have been a hilarious joke. So the only person that would have really heard that was Zach.
I guess I'll keep trying to slide on the ice towards everybody else.
Okay, acrobatics check.
What was that?
Acrobatics check.
Okay. Well, that fell on the floor, so I'm gonna do that. 6.
Okay. Same thing happens. You start to run and you try to slide, but you don't get. You get friction and traction, and you stop abruptly short.
Okay.
Doom, 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 doom.
All right, Zach. You see her sliding on the ground and calling out for Steve, but you're a little confused. What would you like to do?
Have I noticed the fighting?
No.
Okay, so we're still like about 40, 45 feet out. Still don't know the fighting. I see the guy on the right. I'm gonna try and investigate, see what's going on. Like,
Okay.
Really, like start squinting. You know, like really looking at this shit.
Don't roll a nat 1.
I'm just not gonna have my eyes closed this time.
Oh wait, that hit the cord. That's a redo. All right, we're gonna look at 17.
Nice. So you do notice that the reason that Arlette's not getting any traction is because this ice is kind of broken up in a way that obviously if you tried to slide on it, you would catch traction. You notice what appears to be some kind of futuristically dressed individual walking alongside whatever Mike is as they're making their way across the ice as well. You do also notice Devante standing in front of a creature who has scaly skin, white, big, large wings, a long neck, long tail, and looks somewhat like a lizard, standing prone in front of him, with what appears to be a heavily bearded, severed head hanging out of the creature's mouth.
All right, does that count as a free action or a bonus action? Because I kind of just like glanced.
That is
I looked.
technically a bonus action.
All right. In that case,
Before we get too far, I have
I'm
one
gonna pull up my dukes.
Hang on,
What?
wait, what?
I just have one question.
What's up?
How do you stand prone?
How do I what?
You said the guy was standing prone. How does that happen?
Well, you keep your back straight, your legs locked, and your tummy to the ground.
Smite him, DM. Put him in his
Sorry,
place.
Yeah.
I'm
How
very
dare you
tired.
question them?
How do you go to bed dead but wake up alive?
You don't go to
All right.
bed, dude. You go bed early.
Zach, what do you want to do from here?
I'll point at the creature and shoot an energy beam at him. Dexterity saving throw.
So this is you engaging in combat?
Yeah, it's
All right.
obviously dangerous.
All right. After this, you and Arlette will be officially in combat with the creature. You good with that?
Yeah.
Did you want to move
fine.
since technically Arlette's kind of standing between you and the creature?
She's still on the ground.
Oh, that's
She
right.
didn't get up.
Okay.
I'm still fighting.
And I have a 90 foot range with this attack. BT dubs.
Okay. Go
And
ahead with
you know what?
energy
I
beam.
think I'm gonna use fire damage. Yes, it's a save. You have to saving throw it with Dex.
Okay, it's a 2, and I was at disadvantage since the creature's prone and facing away from you.
You know, I think it hits. It's gonna do 1d8 fire damage. So let's see. I'm gonna call that 3 fire damage.
Yo, Armando, thanks for checking in, bud.
my turn.
Alrighty. We are now going back to Devante, who just witnessed this creature that he's fighting get engulfed in flames. It's your turn. Oh, by the way, you've also heard out for calls for Steve, Bill, and you're not sure exactly what's going on. You just hear a lot of voices in this canyon.
Yeah, this cold is mocking me,
How's it
almost
going? It's going
calling
pretty
me
good.
out. Am I,
Miss
perhaps
you.
I'm Steve or Bill.
So
Okay.
viciously.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna actually take 10 feet back because you know that flame looks a little hot. Still not sure where it came from. And yeah, I'm gonna hit him with thunderclap. You know, because if I don't know where the fire came from, and if it keeps spreading, you know, then it's gonna hit me as a whole issue. So I'm hit him with thunderclap.
Okay. For how much damage? Or what do I got to do?
Saving throw, Constitution.
Uh, 18.
All right. Well, I guess you could just be on fire then. All right. And then I'll just say that, and then powder, and then I'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and go over to Mike, who sees the creature he was making his way towards catch on fire. Just so you know, you are now engaged in combat, Mike. Since the majority of your party is also in combat. Oh shit.
I haven't met anybody yet. How are they in my party?
Fair point. I'll allow it. Bastard.
Game show host is still with me.
Yes. You witness the creature. Both you witness a giant flame erupt from the direction that the creature was in.
I turn to game show host and be like, "Want to go for a ride?"
Roll a persuasion check.
$18.
Okay, he's like, okay, do you have like a horse or something, or what do you got for me?
I said,
What'd you say? Because I didn't hear it.
"Give me your hand."
He gives you his hand.
I fling him towards the monster.
You're an asshole.
Yep.
Roll a strength check. And you're at disadvantage because you're on ice.
Yeah, it keeps falling off the table.
That's what she said.
That makes no sense. 12.
All right, I'll allow it. So you fling him towards the monster. He is now. I'm gonna use this to signify him. He is now standing directly behind the creature. Had you had thrown him hard enough, he would have bounced off of the creature, but he didn't. He just landed before, and now this giant creature's tail is waving right above him, as the game show host is laying on his back flat.
So he's like literally touching the monster, just barely.
Just barely. He's staying flat enough to where he doesn't.
Okay. Is there anything on the ground near me?
No.
Damn.
Nice.
Snow.
It's literally just ice.
Just ice.
Yes.
All right. I will continue to move towards the monster.
By how many feet?
Melee range, if it's within 30.
The closest I get you is right behind here, since you threw him so far. So you're at least 15 feet away from the monster.
How far was I initially?
30. Because you kept making progress inside.
Alright. Around the game show host.
One more time, what are you doing?
I'll go around the game show host just to be like next to him.
Okay. You're now standing between the game show host and the creature. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but do that. And then we do this. And then we do this. No.
No, just next to the game show host, not on top, not where he was.
So like this?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
And then I assume my action was my throwing him was my action.
Yes.
Okay.
Gonna end your turn?
Yep.
We now go back to Arlette and Zach, who have just witnessed one figure throw another figure towards the giant figure who's still fighting the other figure, and the giant figure was on fire.
Well, all right.
Arlette, what would you like to do?
Has the big white thing actually attacked the other guy? Because so far, all I remember is the other guy attacking it.
Not yet, because he's been prone, and Zach just hit him with a giant beam of whatever fire. So technically, all intents and purposes, you two are engaged in combat because Zach put you there.
Good.
I mean, I'm there. I don't
You're
really
getting
have a
closer.
reason to fight him yet.
You could choose
As far
not
as
to
the
attack.
creature knows you hit him.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'll stand up. I'll walk closer and like whoever can hear me, I'm like, why are you guys like, why are you hitting this thing?
Okay, so how much more are you moving?
Just within earshot of whoever the hell's around me. I could move up to 30, I just don't know. So 30.
Yeah, I'm gonna move you 15 feet this direction, so you're standing between everything.
Okay.
And you're gonna say, why are we fighting?
Yeah, like, why are you guys picking on that thing?
Go ahead and roll a what do I want you to roll? Just roll a performance check to see how loud you shout.
Eight.
You don't yell loud enough for anybody to capture the attention of anyone, unfortunately. They hear you, but they're just not going to respond.
6. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna do my speak of animals and ask the creature why they're like, why isn't he fighting back or something?
Okay. then I need you. What does speak with animals entail?
I gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for 1 action
Okay.
for 10 minutes.
Do I need to do a check or anything?
It's at your discretion if they want to do something for me. And their awareness is limited by their intelligence.
I think it has to be higher than 4, or 4 or higher in order to comprehend it.
Yeah, it doesn't specify, but it's
What-
really your discretion.
What languages do you speak?
Common and Draconic,
Perfect. Okay.
since it seems like a
All
giant.
right. So we'll go since this creature's intelligence
almost
is
10,
only an 8 and he's got a negative modifier. We'll go ahead and just go. You speak to him. So what do you say?
Why are you not fighting back? I guess.
Is that all?
For now.
Okay.
Because they keep attacking me and I fell.
I can continue on with this conversation and be like, get the fuck back up and fight back.
Is that what you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
Fucking damn it. 9?
Fine, but I'm gonna come after you next.
Rude.
Zach, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna use an ability called where is it at? Blind Spot. So he has to succeed at a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh man, he's not very smart.
Because he's stupid, you think you could just get away with that?
I mean,
16 plus 1, 17.
All right, he succeeded. It had no effect.
Okay.
Not so
Did you
dumb now,
want-
is he?
You can move and you have a bonus action.
So actually, I'm still pretty far away from the battle. I'm
Yes.
going to I'm what, 40 feet out?
45. This is actually
45.
you're at least 60 feet away.
All right. I'll hang out here for now. Where is it at? Do I have anything else I could do? No, I'm still focused on iron durability. Nobody's dead. All right, yeah. We're gonna call it there.
Okay. All right, we go back to Devante, who's staring at this creature. You heard him roar a couple of times before anything, and the creature has started to stand up. So that's going to be his movement speed. What would you like to do?
Does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
No.
You know, it's whatever. You know, I've just been standing over him, but it's cool. It's cool. Let me think here. Because now I'm really confused. You know, the Bills, the Steves, all this. Maybe perhaps I've been Bill or Steve this whole time. And I'm starting to really question why. Like I my heart's not really in this fight, and I've kind of done some damage, and I don't feel like I've done enough to feel guilty about it. But maybe I try to call out again. I'm more focused on finding my lost companion. So I'm gonna call out for Bill, Steve,
So
Joe.
that's your action, your attack, or your bonus action.
I'm gonna do bonus.
Okay. Calls out for person. Do a performance
plumber.
check.
Ooh, nat 20. I mean, I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but +6, 26.
So nat 20.
Yes.
Okay, so you call out again, and you come to the realization your companion is actually dead. You're gathering this information because the creature actually brings its head down close to you. You can actually see what you recognize as the severed head of your companion in his mouth as he says to you,
Steve tasted good.
and he went ahead and took his tongue and moved the head in his mouth and started chewing.
I'm conflicted. I start to scream, Steve, Bill, Joe, whatever your name is. That was my best friend, and I go to attack him.
Okay, what would you like to attack him with?
I'm gonna hit him with my rapier or my sword. I don't know. I'm just doing a normal attack.
Okay. Did you hit?
Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay, well then no.
All right. Would you like to move or do whatever?
Yeah, I'll move back 10 feet.
Attack of opportunity. Wait, what?
Okay. You are now. That is the limit of how far back you can move. You're gonna have to move any other direction other than straight back.
Gotcha.
All right. The creature is now going to use. This creature is now going to do one of its legendary actions, which is called Detect. He's just going to do a perception check. Cool. He's stupid as fuck, so he didn't see anything. And then so now he's going to attempt to, oh, you're too far away. He's going to move closer to you, which, unfortunately for him, would provoke a attack of opportunity by Mike.
If he so chooses to take it.
Hell yeah, I do.
Okay, what do you plan to do?
Swing the sword.
Okay, tell me if you hit. Or tell me what you rolled.
Total was 23 with a damage of 6.
So you rolled out of a d20 a 23 and for 6 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
With my modifiers for the weapon. It was 23. 18 on the die.
Damage was 6?
Yep.
Okay. The creature's going to remember that, but he's still focused on Devante. He's going to hit him with Bite. I gotta go back to my screen. Boom, 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 boom. He misses. We'll just say that. And that's gonna end his turn. We are now gonna go back to... whose turn is it? Zach, Arlette. Mike. It's now your turn.
I will continue attacking him.
Yeah, he moved away from you. Your attack of opportunity hit, but he still moved away from you towards Devante.
How far did he move?
15 feet away from you.
Forward 15 feet and attack him.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
And is he considered flanked?
Yes.
So is that means advantage?
Yes.
Get his ass.
Total of 20
To hit or to damage?
to hit.
Okay, so you did hit him. I need to know for how much.
Total of 10 damage.
Yo, Diamond Killer, thanks for the follow, bud. Welcome to the arcade. Make sure you use your exclamation point check-in. Check out the arcade. Appreciate it, man. Welcome, welcome. One more time, the damage.
10.
Okay, you hit him for 10 damage. You hit him in the tail, which really pissed him off. You still have a bonus action if you choose to use it.
I don't have anything that I could do as a bonus action.
Okay. We are now gonna go to Zach and Arlette. You two, Arlette, you just tried talking to this creature who has made his intentions known that he's going to attack you next. And then Zach, you are still pussyfooting away, really, really far away. So
I'm a ranged fighter. It's called strategic location. All right. Okay.
Arlette, what would you like to do?
Smart cowardism. I got it.
See, I thought this would be hard to explain.
Don't know. Am I from it?
What's that way?
How far away from it am I?
30 feet. Oh, I should probably move that mic.
Shit.
Potty mouth. This is a Christian channel.
Yeah.
Got the power of Jesus
Rock
and
on,
anime on our
Jesus.
side.
I got the power of God in anime. Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll threaten it to if it doesn't go away, that I'm gonna tell my mom.
Okay. Go ahead and do your bonus action. Or go ahead and do an intimidation check, but because you decided to reference your mother, I'm going to make you a disadvantage.
Damn.
Just refer
Said
to
don't rely on mama.
my parental figures, not specify which one.
One more time.
I was saying, can I say one of my parental figures, not specifying which one?
Sure, I'm
Right.
gonna, but because that's a really unthreatening way to say that, I'm
Disadvantage.
yeah, disadvantage.
Fine, I'll say my mom. Jeez.
Still disadvantage.
Golly gee whiz, man.
Oh, 13, 11. I know how to count.
Your mother, don't make me laugh.
Arlette, what would you like to do from here?
Bomb onto the dragon.
Huh?
Jesus Christ. Said to throw my mom on the dragon.
What dragon?
Whatever we're fighting.
Whatever we're fighting, but I can magically talk to it.
Okay, so you
I'm
want to, for your attack, you want to throw your mother at the creature.
No, that's what I do. Now he's telling me to. That's racist, by the way. To tell my
What?
mom to throw her slipper at it.
Okay, so you want
I'm
your...
just. I don't know what the fuck. Sorry, I don't know what to do.
Fight.
Mom,
No,
do
I'm
chocolate attack. Go!
Right? Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
That's what my
Smacking on them icy cheeks.
Fine, throw my boomerang at it. Jesus.
Tell me if you hit it and for how much damage.
Oh,
Okay, so that unfortunately does not hit, so you miss.
Don't worry, when you go down, I'll resuscitate you.
Arlette, can you get closer to Mike when you do your stuff? Because I can barely hear you.
I'm literally like making out with this microphone.
There we go.
There we go.
It's also probably a directional mic, so if you talk at it from the side, it
Yeah,
loses most
Mike
of
is
it.
on the other side of the room, and he's like whispering, and you guys can hear him fine. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
That whatever you're doing right there is perfect.
Yelling at you.
Orientation. The orientation right there is key.
All right, did you want to move closer towards the creature, or what do you want to do?
Hey, what's going on? over there?
15 feet, I guess.
Towards the creature?
Yeah.
Okay.
Godspeed.
You're within 15 feet.
Favor the left-hand side.
I'm behind it, right?
Yes.
Well, I
Zach?
meant from our perspective, the left-hand side.
Yes. Zach, it's your turn.
All right. Do I have a direct line of sight to him?
No,
Like,
because
in the way?
Unfortunately, I'm making it to where Arlette appears to be between you and the creature.
All right, so I have 30 speed. I want to walk diagonally so that way I could see the creature between Arlette and Mike. Do I have enough speed? No, diagonally, like not towards the creature, but like just like upright, like perpendicular to the parallel line that would go between Arlette and Mike. You know what I mean?
Zach, it's the can't use big words like
That's the confidence.
Big words hurt
I
my
just told
brain.
it, stop.
To the old
Yeah, right there. Maybe
Okay,
a little
I'm-
bit higher up and to the right. Just a teeny bit. There you go. Oh, wait, right there.
God damn it.
Direct line of sight. No. You're good.
Okay.
So I have a direct line of sight.
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, there.
All right, that's good.
So
that's
you
good.
said 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have this ability called Hungry Lightning. So I'm gonna use 3 psi points. So you got to where is it? Dexterity saving throw with disadvantage if it's wearing heavy armor. Does that count as heavy armor? Because it is a thick boy that's big. Or girl, but I'm just gonna use boy as in BOI, gender
Yeah, I'm gonna
neutral.
stop keeping track of that. I don't know the sex of it, to be honest, but
BOI.
it let me know what you want me to. Tell me what I need to do.
Dexterity saving throw, disadvantage.
Fucking A. Oh, disadvantage. This will be interesting. So 4.
Yeah. So that thick boy takes 3d8 lightning damage.
Okay.
You know, I just thought about it. The last time I rolled the die, I think I rolled a d6 instead of a d8. But
What was your action called?
Hungry Lightning. Ooh, 7, 7, and 8. That's going to be a 22 there, boss. Lightning damage.
Okay. Do you have a bonus action you want to perform?
That I want to? No. I'm good.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and end your turn here. Devontae, since it'll be your turn next, you see a giant clap of thunder just echo through the sky, and that lands right on top of the creature who gets electrified. You're not exactly sure what that was. And it is now your turn. And I've given up trying to keep track of the turn numbers.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Well, is the beast still close to me?
Yes. And you can't
Okay.
back up.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm gonna stab him.
Stab. Alright, how well did that work out for you and for how much damage?
All right. How does a 16 do?
That's gonna miss.
The attack. Oh well. Stupid. I'm gonna try to move to the right of him though, or no, that's his left.
His left, your right.
Yeah,
Okay. For how many feet?
I'm gonna do 20.
Okay. End your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me move you. Okay. So it continues to face you, Devontae. I'm hoping I get a better roll. No. I'm gonna make the creature face Mike now, since it did attack him, and it doesn't want to be attacked by him again. So, Mike, the creature is now facing you.
Okay. Is it my
What?
Is it my turn or no?
No, it's the creature's turn. He's gonna bite you.
Okay.
What's your armor class?
18.
Okay, so he attempts to bite
You're the
you.
one that gave me +4 armor.
Huh?
I said you're the one that gave me that hella strong armor.
Let me reiterate, because I know I said this once, but I don't think people pay attention. The items that you collected while you were in the room are no longer with you, so you no longer get the effects of those items.
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I did.
So that's going to be a 14
when
there,
I-
boss.
When I said you guys left the room, you realized that everything that just happened was a dream, and nothing about what happened was real, and that you don't have any of the items.
Yeah, but then
Fake
why?
news. It never happened.
Okay, well then I am putting back on
No,
my. My chain.
He cries gently as he changes
So
into
what's your
a
armor
different
class?
outfit mid-battle.
What?
18 still with chainmail.
Whatever. Fuck you. All right. Whatever. Creature's gonna end his turn.
He said, "Nah, I'm good, fam."
Shut up. All right. So let's see whose turn is it. It'd be my. Oh, it'd be asshole's turn.
Me?
My turn.
Yeah. No,
Sorry.
Arlette, you're not an asshole. I would never call you an asshole.
To your face. Oh
To your
man,
face.
you talk so much trash behind your back. It's crazy.
Mike, it's your turn. You're facing a creature.
I'm gonna stab him in the face.
Like an asshole.
How much
Yeah.
damage should it do?
Mine is rolling that one, so
So-
you tell me.
He
Okay.
stabbed himself in the
So
face.
let me tell you what happened, and because this is only because you rolled in that one. You attempt to stab this creature, but he dodges the attack, and you end up getting it stuck in the. No, you're standing in front of. You get it stuck in the ice so for your next turn, your action has to be you trying to get it out,
Damn.
and you can't move without losing your weapon.
At least you didn't poke your eye out with it.
Yeah, at
Wait, he
least you-
can't move without the weapon too.
Correct. So he can
Fuck.
move,
Oh.
but he leaves a weapon in the ice.
Okay, I thought you meant he wasn't allowed to leave the weapon behind. I was like, wow, that's not really fair.
So if you move, you're going to be
Okay,
without a
okay.
weapon. You have to use your bonus action, pull out another. Let me know what we're doing.
Instead of an action, can I use my move to pull out my sword?
No, that would have to be a complete action.
Okay, well then that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Arlette, Zach, it's going to be your guys' turn again. Arlette, if you're done talking to the creature, it's very obvious that this is a fight that you guys have to partake in.
I don't think he likes you.
He's a dick. So I'm 15 feet away from it,
Yes. Would you
and
like-
how close is the closest other person to the dragon? Or not? Sorry, I keep calling it a dragon. Whatever it is.
So this creature, which you guys can discover the identity if you roll high enough investigation, is 15 feet away from Devante, 5 feet away from Mike, 15 feet away from you,
Okay.
I'm just in the back chilling,
like a bitch.
like a very successful warrior of magic.
I'll go ahead and try to find out what it is. So you said investigation.
Yes.
You
20?
naturally.
Not 20?
Yeah, so 22.
Okay. It is, in fact, an adult white dragon. This creature has been battle scarred, so you're fighting it at half of its class at a nerf level. This creature's already been fighting, and it came back to rest, but then some jackass came in with a redneck and interrupted its attempt to sleep.
Oh, yeah. See, I wasn't even with those guys. Now you can be a dick, though. So I'm gonna move a little bit closer to Mike, or the person who I don't know his name, but that red star,
Okay.
and get also closer to the dragon, like within a couple, like 1 or 2 feet, whatever.
Okay, that's as close as I can get you.
And then I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Mhm.
So it's a 15-foot cone, and so I'm going to try to angle it to where I don't hit anybody else other than this dragon. And he's flanked.
No, he's still kind of facing you, but where you're standing, you wouldn't hit anybody else besides the dragon.
And you have to do a dexterity save.
12?
It hits you.
Okay, for how much damage?
I will let you know. Oh, motherfucker. 8.
Total?
8 fire damage.
Okay. Alrighty. Zach, it is now your turn. You can move, you have an attack, and you have a bonus action. I only foresee you using actually one of those.
Let's see. So, I'm gonna shoot the fiery energy beam at him. Dex save.
How does a 9 sound?
It sounds like he's gonna get burned for 1d8 damage. Fire. That's gonna be 2 fire damage.
Oof, man. Don't invite this guy to a party.
I'm
Okay,
turning
so
up the boost here to 72.
does it have any area effect or anything else that I need to worry about?
No, it's just a direct hit, and for fire damage,
Okay.
it doesn't cause anything else.
Alright, you have bonus action and you have a movement.
I also have a turn that I'm about to end there.
Okay. Devontae, you've noticed some figure that looks kind of like Arlette move into the battle space, and she's also starting to attack. You've also noticed that this creature has engulfed in flames yet again, and you're not exactly sure why. You've realized that your companion has been eaten by this creature. What would you like to do?
Well, as my bonus, I'm gonna ask, who was it that was closest to me?
Arlette looking person.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask her if she heard the voices in the wind, or perhaps it's me that has just lost my mind after losing my dear friend.
I think you're. Oh, you mean Steve?
Or Bill.
It was Joe.
No, that was the name I gave him. But then the wind started telling me different names,
Okay,
and
you
I'm
guys-
wondering maybe.
I'll just say Carrie's conversation. I'm not about to type all that. So bonus action. Go ahead and have your. Go ahead. I'll let you guys for 2 minutes talk amongst each other as much as you want. 30 seconds.
Did you guys hear the voices?
I'm gonna say no, and you're crazy.
Perhaps. But there's still a creature at hand, so I believe this is the right thing for us to do. I see that you're attacking it as well. I have no real quarrel with this beast other than I think it ate my friend. Perhaps. It's got a very strong possibility here.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like I saw you try to stab it a few times before I even got here, so I feel like you have plenty quarrel with it.
It's really because it disrespected my good friend Joe or Bill or Steve.
Time. All right, Devontae, you have a movement and you have an action.
Yes, none of that. The beast is still within striking distance of me, right?
Kinda. You did move 20 feet to the right.
Oh, yeah, now.
Which meant 15 feet between you and him.
Nah. I turn and I will use my vicious mockery and say let's attack this oversized lizard. That's gonna be that charisma saving throw.
God, fuck. These dice are loaded, I swear to God. Shit. 8.
Nice.
I take offense to you saying oversized lizard.
Oh my God.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, can it
man.
affect her? Can I hit her with vicious mockery as well?
Sure.
Don't you know it's 2001? Kind of?
That'll be a charisma saving throw.
Saving throw.
It's just a d20.
And then you add your
Well, I'm gonna
charisma
use.
saving
I'm gonna use
modifier.
this creature's legendary action since it's,
4.
I'm gonna use his legendary resistance. He can only use it once a day, once every 3 days, or 3 times a day. He's choosing to succeed in this saving throw.
Damn.
You know what? I'm good.
So whatever you hit
Sticks and
Arlette
stones,
with.
man. Sticks and stones.
But I'm about to break your bones.
Well, that's my turn then.
What did you do to Arlette?
Oh, what was your saving throw?
24.
So I guess she's just gonna be irritated at me. That's about it.
She shrugged that shit off.
I'm just gonna like add you to my cone of fire next time. That's fine. Like whatever.
Oh, it's whatever. It's
Did
cool.
you want to move or were you staying put?
Nah, I'm fine. I thought I would rally the troops, but apparently, there's no troops near me.
All right, the creature is now gonna attack Mike, who's kind of weaponless at this moment. He's gonna hit you with multi-attack. See,
Okay.
1 bite and 2 claws. So, miss. Miss. Fuck these dice. All right, so I missed his multi-attack.
He missed on all 3.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm gonna go get new dice here in a second.
Sometimes
Alright.
you gotta know when to throw them away and get new ones.
You gotta know when. Hold up. Mike, it's your turn.
I spend my action getting my sword out of the ice.
Okay. It's a good thing
And
you
if I-
remembered that, because I would have forgotten.
Dragon's tail is leverage. Like standing on the tail or something if I can.
He's facing you. The tail's not facing you.
Stand on his pinky toe.
That's dangerous.
I just want to inflict pain.
Gotta live life on the edge.
If I can. If not, then
Yeah, no, because he would have just flung you off at that point. Like a piece of
Yeah,
dust
you would
or
have
a
been
booger
close
from
enough
his-
for him to eat you.
Yeah. Alright, you have a bonus action, you can move. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna. Wait, what'd you say?
You have a bonus action and you can move.
I have no bonus actions and I'm not gonna move.
Okay. We now go back to Arlette and Zach. Let me know what you guys want to do, or if you want me to just copy paste what you did last time.
I'm gonna Eldritch blast it.
Lightning bolt. No, I'll do the firebolt.
Okay,
after.
for how see if it hits and for how much damage.
18.
It's a hit. That's a kill.
I killed it.
No, the
Oh.
gangs in New York. That's a kill. That's a kill.
Got your hopes up. What a meanie.
1d10.
That one.
You know, this boss battle's going pretty easy.
What's the damage?
We had to get the dice.
I thought I'd get a reaction out of David.
Yeah, first off, you shut up.
5.
5 damage.
I just sit back here pointing at it.
I heard 5 damage.
Force damage.
Lightning.
One more time, please.
5 force damage.
Okay, thank you. Alright, Zach, it's your turn. You can move, you can attack, you can bonus action.
I'm gonna point at it and shoot that fire beam out. Dex save.
19.
You know, it's funny you should say that because it missed. I got too complacent and I crooked my finger slightly and it just missed.
Alright, so what are we doing here? Do you want to move? Do you want
I
to
don't know,
take a
just
bonus
looking
action?
at it. I'm
Come
pretty
on now.
comfortable right
He
here.
doesn't do anything.
Okay.
That's it. He's
Yeah.
just-
I don't need to. I don't have 2 actions. I just, all right. Missed? Okay. We'll try again next
Devontae,
turn.
it's
Well-
Devontae, it's your turn.
All right.
The last time you attacked, you irritated Arlette.
But what? What? I heard my name.
Oh, 'cause it's vicious mockery.
I'm gonna move within 10 feet of both the creature and Arlette.
Get him. Get him.
Okay. So I'll put you right there.
And I'm gonna cast Earth Tremor. That's the
That's fucked up.
that's the deck saving throw.
I already pissed her off. Might as well finish the job, I guess. Damn.
That'll be for you two as Arlette.
So deck
What?
saving throw.
Deck saving
Oh.
throw.
He said
yes.
all you lizard people look alike.
Right.
Damn.
14.
Ooh, so close, but you're gonna get this tremor.
Okay.
That's uses a 6. It has to 16, right?
15.
At 12.
Ooh, dang. All right, well, it is what it is. 6. Oh, we'll go ahead and take 6 damage.
Do you have a bonus action you want to do?
It seems that you have fallen.
The
And that's
creature.
all. That's all.
the
Oh no, I was talking to Arlette.
So wait, we fall after that attack?
Yeah, that's the one where the prone one.
Okay. So now the creature's prone.
Do I get a reaction or attack of opportunity?
No, because
No,
you
you're
fell.
too far away.
Reaction.
Your reaction was the ground hurt.
Right.
Alright, it's the creature's turn. He's using his movement to stand up, and he's going to use multi-attack on Mike.
I ain't shit to move.
How dare I get knocked down? Get them.
Alright, nat 20 for 1.
I think he's hitting.
20.
You know,
Oh,
Mike,
Jesus fucking
we had a
Christ.
good time.
So, nat 20, then nat 1.
Oh.
And then, 15.
Okay. So the nat 20 hits.
Okay. That's his bite.
Oh, really?
2d10. Oh my fucking god.
First level. Damn it.
So you take 2 damage.
Okay.
Hang on.
I was gonna say, what? You got 2 1s for the 220s?
Okay. So this is what happened. The creature successfully bites you once, goes in for a second bite. One bite. Then it tries to then it goes in for a bite, which does 2 damage, and then it tries to claw at you, but it gets its claw stuck in the ice. So on its next turn, it's gonna get stuck, and then it completely misses you with this next attack. All right, now we're gonna go back to Mike, who's recovered his sword.
I'm gonna swing my sword at the claw that is stuck in the ice.
Okay.
And that is a 13.
I'll go ahead and give you advantage since his claw is stuck.
21.
That hits. I need enough for how much damage.
8.
Cool. Oof. Do you have bonus action or movement you want to do?
Nope.
Okie dokie. Devon, dear Arlette, and Zach, it's your turn again.
All right.
Oh, Eldritch Blast again.
Sure. Okay. Tell me if it hits and for how much. You're at advantage
Oh,
since.
I'm just not to be that guy, but you know,
Oh,
I'd like to
yes.
know how you're doing this on your
Yes.
ass.
You need to
Oh,
use movement to stand up.
I guess let me,
Yes, just need it.
He said use that 10 speed though.
you know.
You put respect on my earth tremor.
Is it disadvantage to cast while prone? Because you can still cast it.
Yes, it would be disadvantage.
Then I'm gonna stand up and cast it.
Damn it.
and give Snotty Pants an evil glare while I do that too.
I thought she was about to
There's
just do it laying down
that.
still.
The fun bit. All right, let me know if
Adams,
it hits
fight!
and for how much. You are at advantage since the claw is stuck in the.
Be 15 on the dice, so 20 total.
Did you roll twice?
Yeah,
Okay, so which one was the higher roll?
15,
Okay,
and then 20 total.
I'm not understanding the 20 total.
I get a +5.
Oh, then okay, yes,
30,
that would
20.
hit. That would hit. I just need to know for how much, or what I need to do, since everybody's here fucking is magical.
4 damage.
Well, wizard's hairy.
I'm not magical.
He's just a hairy wizard.
I got a silver tongue.
All right, Zach, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'd like to use my bonus action to kind of like do either an investigation or an insight check to see how the creature's doing, like health wise and whatnot.
Okay, you could do insight.
All right. Let me see. What is my insight? Oh yeah, that's right. I have a bonus. So that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay, that's good. What do you want to know about the creature?
Other
other
like
than
how
it's-
it's doing health wise. Like
You
I'm trying to
have-
see how close it is to death.
It still has 122 health left.
All right, I didn't expect a numerical answer, but man, that was a really good roll. Okay. So then, I'd like to use my free action to like use telepathy to tell them that what's going on.
So your
Hey, this creature.
reaction.
Well, it's a free action because like you get one free action generally, unless you have something that says you get more. A free action because it just takes a split second, and there's a bonus action, and then an actual action, and then of course speed. So like
I'm
if
gonna
you were
read
just
on
grabbing, yeah, you should. It's in the book. But yeah, so because just taking a second to talk. The idea is each turn takes roughly 6 seconds in real time.
No, I remember that.
So in 6 seconds, you can like run 30 speed or whatever the distance demarcation is. Attack real quick and maybe do something that just like real quick, and also just like grabbing a cup off of a table. That's like a free action.
All
Or just
right, what are you
shouting.
doing?
Being educational. All right, so yeah, firebolt. The fire energy attack. Deck
Okay.
save throw.
3.
I'm gonna say that it hits for 1d8 damage, which if I had to roll, which I do, that's 8 damage. 8 fire damage.
All right, so I'm guessing that ends your turn because you don't plan on moving.
Yes. Hey, I used a bonus action too. Okay. All right.
Alrighty, Devontae, it's your turn. You've been told through you hear a voice in your head. You say, "Hey, this thing's almost dead. This is how much health it has." So
Wait, 120 health is almost dead.
122.
Well, I guess now it's less than that since I just did.
I call out. I asked if that's Steve for my bonus action.
Okay.
Is that you, Steve?
It's got to be. That's the only logical person it could have been.
Okay.
Your
What would you
voice?
like to do from here?
And in the honor of Steve, I'm gonna have to go ahead and I'm gonna charge in and I'm gonna hit him with my sword. And I'm gonna roll.
You're at advantage since it's not facing you.
Oh yeah. God damn it. I'm just mad. I got 2 high rolls, so it was an 18 and a 19. I'm like,
Okay, so
okay.
you hit.
Wasted them.
You hit with the first one at least.
It should be flanked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if a creature, if you're like directly behind a creature, I think, or if the creature's engaged on another person and you're like to the side a little, you get advantage.
I
Or they
said
get-
yes.
well, yeah, yeah, that's yeah. My issue with it was that I had 2 high rolls. Like this wasn't a good thing for it. I feel like I wasted a roll. Either way, 1d8, and that's 3.
Putting up some big numbers here. Would you like to move?
You know what? I'm gonna move 10 feet back. Just in case. I've seen some shit happen.
This is the messiest board I've ever fucking made. Alright, so the creature's not gonna attack Mike again. He's gonna use Frightful Presence. Any creature with of the dragon's choice that is within 120 feet must make a Wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute. So he's choosing
10.
What?
Rolled a 10 wisdom save.
What?
I rolled a 10 wisdom save.
Okay. So everybody needs to roll. Well, it says any creature within 120 feet must make this throw. Well, let me read you the sentence. Each creature of the creature's choice that is within 120 feet of the or aware of it must make a DC Wisdom saving throw or be frightened. Okay,
So
everybody needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
I got 16.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Zach?
Oh, I thought I did. I forgot my mic was muted. 19.
Okay. The game show host, Mike and Devante, or anybody who didn't get any higher than 14, you're going to be frightened for 1 minute. At the end of each of your turns, you can make another throw to end the effect.
What is the condition? How does frightened? What is the? Can you read me what the frightened condition is?
Yeah. Blinded, charmed, defeat, frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. While the source of fear is within line of sight. You cannot willingly move closer to the source of fear.
I'm already right at it, so I can't move closer.
Right.
And okay.
He's gonna end his turn. You have to remember who's afraid. Who's very afraid.
So I'm frightened, but I'm also flanking.
No, he's facing you.
He's still flanked.
Not by...
Flanked by Devante.
Yeah, flanking on when a creature and at least one of its allies are adjacent to an enemy and on opposite sides or corners of the enemy space, they flank that enemy, and each of them has advantage on melee attack rolls.
Yeah, the adjacent ones.
Yeah, I think because he's facing one of you guys, it doesn't work. It'd have to be like on left and right. Usually when they just finished attacking someone directly in front of them. Or otherwise focusing in that direction. Since he's looking at one of you. But you're feared, so you're looking directly at him. So that negates it, I believe.
Well, I was gonna say him being flanked and the fear would cancel it out and just be a straight roll.
I believe so, yes. But that's ultimately up to the DM.
Yes, that's why
I'm confused how you're flanking him specifically.
Because he's facing. Oh wait, never mind.
So
He's saying that the dragon's being flanked, even though it's not by him, because it's facing him. He should get the advantage of him being
since at
flanked.
least one of the allies are adjacent to an enemy on opposite sides or corners than the enemy in that space, they flank that enemy.
Each of them has the advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would still have the disadvantage because he's facing you and you specifically aren't flanking him. He is engaging with you, so it works differently. Devante would still have the flanking bonus, and if he's feared, which I can't remember, then those two should negate unless David says otherwise.
Look, I didn't go to flanking school, so I don't know how I got here.
I got you, fam.
So, Mike, since you're not specifically flanking, then I'm going to go ahead and say no on this one.
Okay, then I am going to roll for my save first.
Okay. Go for it.
That doesn't make it, so then I will roll at disadvantage. That one. That one.
No, I heard. No, I heard.
Oof.
Weapon gets stuck again in the ice.
Dow.
You can only move backwards away from this creature.
I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
Stand
Arlette
my ground and piddle a little.
Zach, it is now your turn.
I'm feeling pretty good over here.
Arlette, you first.
I got a high roll.
I'm still feeling like this is a stupid fight because of it's a freaking dragon and we're all level 1s. So I'm just gonna start like backing up my full 30 feet. But I'll do another Eldritch Blast too. At the
Yeah, that
dragon.
has like 90 feet or 120 feet range. if I remember
120 feet. So
You
I
should
can
be
do it.
sitting in the back like I am.
Nah, she just really wants to make sure he gets the char on him.
Really?
He picked a fight for no reason. I was just trying to talk to him. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
So what do I gotta do?
you nothing. I have to roll.
Okay.
15.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
No one's yelling at me, and I'm nerf the dragon here. Did you have a bonus action or anything you wanted to do?
No. What? No.
Bonus action.
No. Fine.
Okay. Zach, it's your turn.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just do the fire energy beam. Nothing's really changing too much.
Okay. What do I gotta do?
Dex save throw.
2.
No, yeah. You take 7 fire damage.
Do you have a bonus action or anything you wanted to do?
Yes, I'd like to use my bonus action to end my turn.
Ah, clever. Be clever.
Great.
Devontae, it's your turn. You're afraid. You're very afraid.
All right. I start to question, everything that's happened. Maybe I've scared off our friend over here. For she was just trying to attack the dragon. And I'm also gonna back away, and I'm not gonna attack, and that will be my turn.
Okay. Alright, the creature's gonna attempt to bite Mike for nat 20. So he takes... I should have gotten another one. Oh, I guess that is another one. Eight damage.
Alright.
Alright, and that'll be the end of his turn. And it is back over to Mike.
Alright. Alright. So I am going to use second win. Which gives me 1d10 plus 1 hit points back, because I am down to 2 hit points right now.
Mhm.
So I get 4 hit points back. Then I will try my what save is it again? For frightened.
Wisdom.
14 on the die.
Oh, I'll allow it. You saved yourself.
All right. Well, it's +1, so it'd be 15.
Okay, you can move towards him, away from him. You've still got game show
I'm still-
host who's completely free.
Right?
Huh?
He's still right in front of me, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and swing on him.
Was second wind your action?
No, that is a it's something I can do as a bonus action.
Gotcha.
23.
Okay,
That's not. what I
that
need.
hits.
Would help if I had the right die. 9 damage. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
You guys have made some serious headway here. All right, we go back to Arlette and Zach. Arlette, who's not very happy with me right now for reasons, and Zach, who's stood in the corner all game. Arlette, what would you like to do?
How far away from it am I?
30 feet.
Okay, so I'll move back another 30 feet and do another Eldritch Blast.
All right, what do I got to do?
That is 12.
That did not hit.
My boomerang.
Do you have your boomerang?
I mean, it's back.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you could throw it again.
So that's 19.
Okay, that hits.
Three.
How heavy is this
3 damage.
creature?
The boomerang?
No, the creature.
Oh.
I don't know. How heavy are most creatures dragon size?
Big as fuck.
Like 499 pounds.
I mean, if you're gonna put a label on it, it's
You should-
listed as a huge dragon.
More like a ton or
Sounds
something.
like 499 pounds to me. I was just checking for an ability.
Huge.
Let's do
It takes up a 15 by 15 space.
Yeah, even large would be getting close to 500 pounds. I mean, there's humans that are larger than 500 pounds in real life, so you know.
It doesn't give me a weight class. Just as huge.
Nah, it's cool. It sounds like it's just too heavy. I have an ability that would work on 500 pounds or less, but it sounds like it's too big.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to do, Zach?
I want to do something more exciting than what I'm doing, but this is like the best strategy right now. You know what? I'll do a cool pose and then energy bolt with fire damage. Dex saving throw. There we go, mixing it up a little.
7.
Yeah, no, got you. I'm gonna have to smack in on that acid real quick for 7 fire damage.
I take
It's
it
not
you're
much, but it's honest work.
I take it you're not moving.
I'll move 33 or 30 feet back as long as I'm still within 90 feet of it.
What's the range on your attack?
90 feet.
You would just.
I
be
think I'm
within
currently 40 feet away.
45.
45. All right.
So you're moving
then
30?
let's go 75. Yep, we'll be at 75 now.
Okay.
Still facing him, of course, or her, whatever. Thick boy.
Question real quick.
Real quick.
White dragon. You said this is a white dragon, right?
Yes.
White dragon is ice, correct?
Yes.
So fire damage should do double damage.
Should.
Oh.
Yes. I didn't know how that worked.
Fire? Because I think
Oh,
the
you
only
son
thing
of
they're
a-
immune to is ice.
Look, the dragon wasn't smart enough to realize he got hit twice. All right, just let it go.
It's just
All I know is
No,
I've gotten
you're
an
right.
8 with
I just
7,
I
so, you know.
never.
the combat, and I just realized that, so I just wanted to.
Double all of the damage given.
Anyway, back to game.
Yeah, I've never known how that works, so I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it has weakness,
All of it is
it
double
takes twice damage. If it has resistance, it takes half damage.
Okay,
round
now
up.
I know.
So maybe make that 14 at least.
And no one's half the battle.
Yeah, because we would have been done with this battle by now, probably. Or it would have been closer at least.
All right,
But that's okay. We're gonna save that for later.
Devontae, it's your turn.
Am I still frightened?
He said, what, 10 minutes or a whole 10 rounds?
No, it'd be 10 minutes. So yeah, you're technically
Ooh.
still frightened.
That's 100 rounds, dog.
Well,
Better than a minute.
Wait, is this a concentration attack from the dragon?
No, it. Damn it, you're
I
making me
couldn't
look.
remember. Sorry. I just
No,
suddenly thought about it.
it's not a concentration.
Okay, just checking.
Making me research on the fly.
Keeping you on your toes.
Right, Devontae, still your turn.
Damn it, I'm out of spells. But that doesn't mean I can't use some cantrips.
Yeah.
Good old reliable cantrips. And I'm 40 feet away from him, right?
Yeah.
I can only have a certain amount.
I'm gonna come within 10. And I'm gonna hit him with the thunderclap.
No, you got to do a wisdom saving throw in order to move closer to him. You can't move closer while you're frightened.
All right. In that case, I got a 7.
Not good enough, sorry. Can you still do thunderclap from that range?
I mean, if someone's within 10 feet of me, it'll definitely hit. Perhaps.
Okay, you don't have to.
But
I was just
I'm gonna have to say no on that, and I'm gonna just cry in the corner.
okay.
And that'll be my turn. Cries in corner.
All right, so the dragon is now going to claw at Mike.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Five.
Okay, I'm down to 1 hit point.
Okay. Mike, you look inside your bag. Hang on, give me a second. Jesus, I type a lot. Mike, you look inside your bag and you pull out a Baconator sandwich. That is now added to your inventory. You don't know how it appeared there; it just did.
Okay.
You should eat it.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. Do it. That'll be your bonus action.
Okay. How much? What does it give me?
Heartburn.
It gives you 1d20 health.
D20 health. Okay, so I'm back to full health. You said that was my bonus?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will slice at this guy again. And that is a 16.
Doesn't hit, sorry.
Okay. Then that is my turn.
Arlette and Mike, it's your turn. Or Arlette and Zach, it's your turn.
Uh, 60 feet away right now?
Yes.
Okay, go back another 30 feet because that's how much of a fuck I give. And then do another Eldritch Blast for shits and giggles.
It's all shits and giggles until someone giggles.
Right, so if I could translate that into damage.
That'd be a 19 to hit.
Which it does.
Okay, and then
I don't know what that sound was.
It's the dice falling
that
into the darkness. The desk.
was gravity.
So how much?
Hold on.
That is a good question. We will get back to you on that.
Damage.
What kind of damage?
Force damage.
Okay. Just making sure.
We'll get
Alright, do you have bonus action?
I'll throw my boomerang again.
Okay.
12.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Zach, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna point at it and then use the energy bolt with fire damage. Yeah, so dex saving throw.
Where's my d20? 14.
You take damage.
I need to know how much.
I'm gonna need 8 of that fire damage of the fire variety.
So that'd be 16.
I mean,
No,
Is it?
no. I'm trying to be reasonable here.
yeah, no, yeah.
Since he's not immune to it.
That quite weak to it.
So what are you doing now? You have bonus action and a movement.
So I'm currently 75 feet.
Yes.
I'll move so that way I'm 90 feet away total.
Everybody started
Leave this
moving away all of a sudden.
I'm a wizard. Well, I'm a mystic, but you know.
All right. End your turn.
Yes, I do end my turn.
Devontae, it's now your turn. You're still afraid. Devontae?
I was trying to think of what to do next. Oh wait,
Don't forget
is
you're
he
allowed
within
to
60 feet?
Is he? Yes. 60, yes. You're still afraid, though.
Oh yeah, well fuck that bitch. In fact,
Don't
that's what I
forget-
say to him for vicious mockery. But this far away, I don't, just. So that charisma saving throw.
11.
Yeah, that's not good enough. But it's all right. Because it does a whopping 4 damage.
You have a bonus action. And by the way, you're still afraid.
Is there any way for me to calm myself down to
Yeah.
some nice
Try to
chamomile tea.
right?
You have an
can I-
ability that allows you to do a wisdom to negate that or come out of it.
Look,
Didn't you
my
say-
my wisdom is -1, so I'm already negated on wisdom.
Didn't you say it was a saving throw of some sort that everybody could do once at the start of their turn, or well, any time of the turn? It's kind of like that free action to try and break the fear.
Yeah,
I
if
recall
you're
you said that at the
afraid.
beginning.
If you're afraid.
Yeah, he's afraid.
Yeah, so he would do his bonus action for a wisdom saving throw, but he wouldn't be able to move closer to the dragon.
Not until he breaks it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gonna do that?
Yeah, I could do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Of course. I got a nat 20, but I have -1, so 19.
Okay, that's fine. Still nat 20.
No.
All right. Not
don't
only
give
did
it
you
back
come,
to him.
not only are you no longer frightened, but the next time he attempts that move, it won't take effect.
Go.
Plot armor, yeah.
That's my armor. That's my turn.
Okay. The creature is now going to attack Mike, who's standing in front of him, because everyone else has moved away.
And he can attack the game show.
Good luck, Mike. You can do it.
The way you have it positioned, you're standing in front of the game show host. You moved in front of him like decades ago.
Oh yeah, and you never moved them up with you. I forgot
Offer
about that.
his tribute.
What?
She said offer him his tribute.
As tribute.
As tribute.
If you do a persuasion check high enough.
God damn it, it was so close. It was on an 8. It bounced from a 20.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it, bud.
7.
Yeah, so that makes it a 7.
No good. So we're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. We're gonna go try to do bite. Fuck. And he misses. I hate this dice. Alright, that's gonna end his turn. It is now
My turn.
Mike's turn.
Do it again.
I'm going to. Can I grab the game show host and put him next to me?
Sure.
Is that a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay. And then my attack is going to be a 22 to hit. And
Can you do a strength check real quick? Actually, roll your attack and everything.
attack is 7 damage. And 22 to hit.
Yeah, I got the whatchamacallit. Alright, now do a strength check real quick.
8.
Okay, that's not gonna be good enough. You're unable to grab the game show host and place him next to you. He's frightened, so there would have been no way for you to be able to move him up next to you because he refuses to move.
Okay. How many rounds has it been since they did the frightening thing?
Fuck.
Probably like 4 or 5, I think. But the effect was for 10 minutes, which means
3.
it's for 100 rounds.
No, it was only for 1 minute.
Because that's ridiculous.
I thought he said 10. Well, I
No.
mean, you get to roll every turn to try and break it, but I don't
Oh,
disagree.
it was for 1 minute. My apologies.
Okay, so that's 10 turns.
All right. Anyway, so that is my turn since I missed.
Okay.
I couldn't do that, and I did my damage.
Alrighty. It is now Arlette and Zach's turn. I'm getting tired.
Alright, let's kill this thing quick.
Arlette, what are you doing?
Go to the full 120 feet. 30 feet more back. And then do another Eldritch Blast to the dragon.
Okay. What do I gotta do, or what are you doing?
I gotta roll. That is a 21.
Okay. It hits. I need to know for how much.
7 points of force damage.
Okay. You still have a bonus action.
Oh yeah, and I'll throw the boomerang. Okay. Motherfucker. 12.
Does not hit. Zach, your turn. I'm taking a witness for you.
Yeah, so I'm currently 90 feet away, the max distance from my energy beam. So, energy beam, yeah. Higher. Dex saving throw.
Whoops. It's gonna be a 3.
Yeah, that's gonna hit for some fire. Let's see, 1d8. That's gonna be 8 fire damage, so 16. Not too shabby.
Bonus action movement.
No, I'll just end my turn.
Okay.
None of my bonus actions are worth doing right now.
Devontae, you're still afraid. You're very afraid.
Sniveling cow.
Last time you
I'm
were up, you
gonna-
did vicious mockery for 4 damage.
Yeah. What did I say to him last time? Did you write
Fuck
that down?
that bitch.
And his mom's a hoe. I'm gonna use vicious mockery again.
And your mom's a hoe.
All right. I need to know what you want me to do.
That's the saving throw.
Okay. $19.
All right, I guess because he doesn't have a mom or whatever.
You still have a bonus action and movement. And you still.
I'm gonna go ahead and put those in my back pocket, and I'm gonna save them for later,
Okay.
even though they don't work that way.
Shit, he ran out of those. Fuck. I'm running out of moves. Alright, I guess I have no choice but to try and bite Mike again.
Oh,
Does-
fun.
Does
You know-
14 hit?
What?
Does 14 hit?
Nope.
Damn it. Okay, that ends his turn. Well, you guys already know what it is at this point.
I'm gonna try to get the game show host next to me again.
Okay.
Strength check on that is a 16.
That's sufficient enough.
Okay. And then my attack on him is 12.
Okay, yeah, that didn't hit.
Okay. That is the end of my turn.
Okay. We go back now to Arlette and Zach. What are we doing?
Indeed. I think it's probably going to be the old 1-2 combo.
Arlette?
So I do perception to see if we're
Doing any damage.
closer to beating this thing, I guess.
Translation, I want to go to bed.
No, I just don't want to fight a dragon.
Okay.
Motherfucker. I don't see shit. Huh?
What'd you roll?
6.
Yeah. You don't know.
Nice, sister.
You didn't see anything.
Yeah. So just blast it. A 19
That hits. Hey, that's not your toy.
and 10 force.
10?
10 force damage.
At this
So
point in the
for-
fight, everybody sees this thing kind of take a knee and start having labored breathing. Zach, it's your turn.
Going into labor. All right, I'm going to do that insight check as well. That's going to be 10.
You don't see much.
Okay, then energy beam, fire style. Dexterity saving throw, no jutsu.
14.
That hits.
Okay.
That was close. So you take 6 fire damage, so 12.
At this point, the creature has fallen even more, and he's slumped, breathing rapidly as his skin begins to char.
Good. And I end my turn.
Devontae, it is now your turn.
Is he not dead?
He's not dead.
Can I get an insight check on that?
Am I close enough to get within like No, actually. Oh yeah, can I actually do an insight check?
Sure.
All right. How does a nat 1 fare?
He is healthy as can be.
He looks great.
So because of your nat 1, as you tried to get an insight, do you have an idea of what I'm about to say to you?
Does he become Steve?
Does he what?
You squint really hard trying to. Tell
Is
what
he Steve?
He's
No.
Do
suddenly
I see Steve?
No,
very
no.
attractive.
Okay, let me tell you what happens. You do this whole thing where you put your hand over your eye up against your forehead,
damn it.
right? And you start to squint and you look really closely out into the horizon. But at that point, a piece of ice flies into your eyeball, right? And it gets caught in your eye. So you bend over and you're taking your index finger and thumb and opening your eyeball trying to get this piece of ice out of your eye.
Son of
So
a
for
bitch,
the
not
next
again.
turn, you're gonna have to use an action to get this piece of ice successfully out of your eye.
No, cut around the ice.
If you try to attack, it'll be a disadvantage, even more so because you're afraid.
Okay, who did this happen to last game? That you did that, because I know you told me.
Devontae.
Okay.
Rats.
What would you like to do?
I guess that's the end of my turn. Or I mean, oh wait, no, that was just my bonus.
Yes.
Fuck that. Yeah, let me get that piece of shit out of my eye.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything for that, or
No.
is that
You just use an
alright,
action.
Fucking
God.
dumbass. Fucking-
My eye.
Oh man. Oh, I'm so glad that happened
You don't
again.
need to split the game up now.
All right, and does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Mike, it's your turn.
Isn't it the dragon's turn, or does he not have a turn now?
Oh, yeah, thanks for reminding me. The dragon attacks Mike.
Game shows it's there now.
What?
Ain't no good deed, man. No good deed goes unpunished.
Now he can get attacked.
Mm-mm-mm.
So you put you put the game show host between you and the dragon for the attack?
He's selfless like that.
Okay.
Sure.
How is
Well-
that thing still alive?
Well, he missed his attack anyways because I rolled a low number.
Okay. Then I will go ahead. My turn now, right?
Yes.
Then I will go ahead and attack the dragon with the sword.
Okay.
20 total.
You hit.
And that is is the dragon prone now?
The dragon has been prone for a little bit.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna double check because melee attacks get advantage. That is not a nat 20, so but it is an auto crit anyway, so
15.
15 plus 3 is 18 total.
He dead.
As you stab this dragon in the face, you successfully murder it. It doesn't do anything much. It just practically dies from here in an uneventful fashion. The battle ends and the game show host pretty much turns to smoke and disappears. And then Arlette, your mom, also disappears in a cloud of smoke. Just and at this point,
Mama, no.
that the battle's over. Since you guys did fight a nerf dragon, go ahead and give yourself 2,500 experience points each.
Holy fuck.
Nice.
Is this like who's line where the points don't?
2 points don't matter.
2,500.
like Dragon
They do
Ball
to
Z.
me. 'Cause I just leveled up.
Yeah.
Just put me to level.
You probably leveled up a couple times. What do you mean?
Level 3. That's because you got 200 points.
Level 4.
That was definitely on me, though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I actually was able to use any of his moves the way that he was supposed to, you guys would have been dead a long time ago.
I think I could
But
have
I
taken
had
him.
piss poor rolling and a bunch of
Fucking
other stuff.
dragon.
I can take it.
I had a good strategy just in case for any bosses you throw at me because I know how much you don't like me. I had an ability where he wouldn't even be able to attack me. It would have been great. But I'm not telling you what it is because I know you'll just plan for it.
Good.
rest now so I can get all my spells back?
Yes, technically this would be a rest.
Long rest or short rest?
Are we leveling up now, or is that end of the session?
This would be the end of the session.
Okay.
I've made something else that'll lead another session, but it is kind of late. I'm reaching my 4th hour. So this would, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then the next session, are we using the same characters? I assume.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. It's actually a continuation from this session. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out when I'm gonna meet with everybody.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
And then you guys can review this, since you guys will be the only ones that the people who took part in this session will only be the ones that can see the notes from this session. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good to me. That being said, I am going to jump off.
Sounds good. I'm going to sub only now, because I'm gonna end my stream here and then go to sub only. So if you want to hang out with me in that channel, you're more than welcome to.
I'm not a sub, so.
Awkward.
Yes, you are.
Damn.
Did somebody gift me a sub?
I've had 17 gifted subs in the last couple months, so I don't know.
I don't know. I always felt more of a dom.
And besides, all my legends override any of that, so my sub only should be accessible to you guys as well.
Oh, okay. No, I'm currently not subbed.
No. Look, if you look at your role in Discord,
Channel though, I mean.
right, you're still arcade management though, as far as my Discord's concerned. And even still, you're a legend, so you could still be able to go in there and chit chat with me or whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go over there now, wind down with some Overwatch. Zach, I know you. If you want to join, you're more welcome to.
Get you.
I'm gonna take a
I
break.
might have to call it for tonight because I have work early in the morning.
Okay.
Same. I'll talk to y'all later.
Later.
Have a good night.
Later. You too.
Alrighty. Hey, enough. Alrighty. Boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo. We're gonna rate It's Just Robbie. He's a shelter volunteer. So let's go and show him some love. Oh my god. Alright, folks, we're gonna go ahead and raid It's Just Robbie now. Make sure you're following me on all my socials in the link tree. If you're sub and you're in my Discord, you're gonna go into sub only chat. I'm just gonna need a few minutes to take a break. Thank you for everybody who hung out with me today and the new follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying zero viewers, but it is what it is. I'll catch you all later. I will see you tomorrow. Where I will probably either be doing World of Warcraft raids with my older brother or something else non-committal. So I'll check you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me today.